Right.
And now, please rise if you are able and join with us to honor America and the troops that defend it in the playing of our national anthem. And now, let's meet the
Welcome to Warner Finke Field and Plymouth Panther football. Tonight, the Plymouth Panthers at 2-0 will host undefeated Sheboygan Falls Falcons 2-0 in a major matchup in conference play tonight. It's nice to see both teams matching up like always. We love it. Here I am, Brad Valbrick, along with Greg Seeley tonight on a beautiful night. And Greg, this is a pretty big game to start out the conference.
Yeah, it sure is. Two long-time rivals facing off. It's glad to see them back in the same conference after a couple of years being in different conferences. But yeah, it should be a great matchup. Got a good crowd tonight, and beautiful new field at Warner Finke Field, and I'm really excited about being part of the game, Brad.
Well, I love doing the Falls game because I'm a graduate from Sheboygan Falls and all that, so I enjoy doing it. And every year it makes it interesting. And even when we weren't in the same conference, we still played each other because it really is a very tasteful rival, if you put it that way. So looking forward to a great game, and can't say enough about the field.
Oh, it's just unbelievable. I mean, Plymouth High School is really blessed to have a new, brand new field.
Well, you know, we're blessed as far as community have the backers such as Sargento, Masters Gallery, Bank First, Glacier Transit and Storage. Those are the four companies and firms that made this happen.
Yeah.
And
big thank you to all of them.
Absolutely, and it happens all over this city, as you know as well. I know that the backing of the industries and firms around here is just phenomenal. We are truly blessed, no doubt about it.
We sure are.
Right now they're announcing the defensive line. We'll get caught up with the defensive line a little bit later. We'll give you a little insight for tonight. Again, the Panthers come in 2-0, as do the Sheboygan Falls Falcons. And the Falcons, Greg, they like to throw the ball.
Yeah, they sure do, Brad. They in their 39-34 win last week over Kiel, quarterback Dane Nikolai had 5 touchdown passes, and he threw for 433 yards as they beat Kiel 39-34. And yeah, just Nikolai's already thrown for 6 touchdown passes and 574 yards. So the Plymouth defense will have their hands full. We'd be interested to see what they do for blitzing and coverage.
Well, you know, it'll be interesting because that's probably been the thorn in our side defensively, is allowing the deep ball to happen. And I think the coaches worked real hard on trying to get the kids settled in with the idea that you can do this. I mean, it's a matter of discipline. It's a matter of playing as a team, as the kids know, kind of thing. And as far as blitzing, you might not see a lot of that because we got a lot of pressure last week with just a 4-man front.
Well, if you can do
it just wasn't disciplined like they would want, and that comes in practice. You work at it, and hopefully the kids can bring it to trueness tonight, and we'll see what happens. But
yeah, that's a good point. If they can put pressure on Nikolai with just the 4, then they'll help their coverage more.
The big thing is Nikolai will run. He will take it on the horse and go, kind of thing. So
we got to keep him in the pocket a little bit, don't we?
Exactly. So you have to have a disciplined kind of rush, and we'll see what happens with that tonight. But what a beautiful night for football!
It sure is.
Beautiful night. Panthers will receive the opening kickoff. Back to receive is number 19, that's Miller, along with Alex Ames, number 8, back there. A little bit of a squib kick. Good job of fielding it. Goes north and south here, bud. Nice job. Take it out over to 30. Try to catch that number for you. Number 22, that would be Ethan DeMuck. He's a senior wide receiver, defensive back. Nice job. Secure the ball. What I would like to have seen him done, just go north-south, get all the yards you can, because that's what you want to get, you know.
Right. Keep that high-powered false defense or offense off the field too, right?
Right. 1st and 10, Panthers at their own 31. Jordan Schmidt in shotgun. He's going to do a follow over the left side. Going to bounce out for about 4 yards, maybe a little bit more. Closer to 5. Bring up 2nd and 5.
Well, you get 4 or 5 yards on first down. That really sets up your offense, doesn't it? Keep the defense off balance.
Well, that's the thing, you know. And our offensive line is a pretty substantial line. The coaches feel real good about the offensive line.
Yeah, it's done a nice job this year, haven't they?
Just got to reduce penalties. That's all. Yep. 2nd and 6, we're going to say. Schmidt will take snap. And there's good run over the right side. I believe that's number 32, Marco Troca.
Yeah, Marco, he's having quite a year, Brad. He's got rushed for 303 yards already and 3 touchdowns. So he's their workhorse, isn't he?
He does, and he's got decent speed, and he reads his blocking pretty well.
Yep.
3rd and 2. Now this is kind of a play that could tell what's going to happen tonight. You know, are we going to smash mouth at him and kind of go right at him and see if we can just go 3 yards in a cloud of dust or 4 yards in a cloud of dust? Down to more. Troca will break into the open. He's going to get down to about the 41-yard line. Gain of almost 20 yards. Nice run.
Boy, he just burst right through there, and kudos to the offensive line too. They had a nice push on that. Boy, and he's just got the speed and the power. You know, he's got a nice combination, doesn't he?
They did a little bit of a nice pull trap there, and I might get into that a little bit later, what they're trying to do a little bit more of this year, but that was really well run, Greg.
It sure was.
1st and 10 at the Falcon 41. There's a jet sweep. Miller bounce in and then out, looking good. Turns it up. This is lose a tackle. He's going to gain about 7 yards. We'll take that on first down.
Oh, yeah, outstanding there. Andrew Miller, he can be a game breaker. He's got that speed and quickness, and he's pretty shifty out there, too. He's contributed with some big pass catches this year, and
we'll try to set that offensive line for you in just a minute. Second and 4. Gain of a long 6. First pass of the day. Quick out. Wide open is Miller. Miller's going to stiff arm, go down the sideline, break up tackle, and run out of bounds near the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. I like the idea of throwing one ball early here just to keep them off balance. Don't let them key the run.
Right. Yeah, it's good to mix it up. Gail Grand, he does a nice job, offensive coordinator. He tries to keep the defense off balance.
That's not always easy to do, and we'll talk about that a little bit too as we get time. 9:43 left in this first quarter, just underway, no score. 1st and 10. Not much there for Troca, and that'll be no gain. In fact, a loss of a yard. This is the kind of thing that stops the Panthers, is if they can stay ahead of the yard markers, they can really run a drive. But when they start losing yardage or have penalties, that's when they've struggled.
That was Caleb Plyer and Anthony Fisher in on the tackle for the Falcons.
I think there was a missed blocking assignments or some miscommunication at the offensive line, it looked like.
2nd down and 11.
Schmidt at quarterback yet. Straight drop, looking. Another quick out, and incomplete. Not a poorly thrown ball, and
Tom
Blod had to go down and get it.
Like he may have trapped it there, I guess.
He just didn't get his hands underneath it.
Boy, they gave him nice protection on that, Brad. The offensive line, they've done a nice job overall this year with pass protection, I think.
Yeah. 3rd and 11. Started out with a very nice drive, and all of a sudden they're struggling. Schmidt looking, he's going to run. He's going to gain about 3 or 4. Now, we do have a kid with a decent leg.
Yeah, we sure do. Boy, Junior Owen Plates had quite a year on kickoffs and field goals.
Fourth?
I was just going to say, he's quite a weapon.
Fourth and 7.
That's a real luxury, Brad, isn't it, when you have a good kicker?
He's coming on the field, and he's going to attempt almost a 40-yarder. It's going to be about a 39-yard field goal. Make that about a 38. He made about a 35 last week easily.
Yeah, yes, he did. Yeah, he's coming off a strong season last year, and they're expecting another strong season out of him this year, Brad.
Cool. Snap. I think he yanked it.
Oh.
And it's good.
Oh,
it
yeah.
did get over.
It looked like it was going to be wide left, but it just slipped over the left side of the crossbar.
That was not one of his better kicks,
No,
but it did what it needed to do.
It was kind of an ugly one, but we'll take it, right?
Yeah. Well, at 8:10 left in the first quarter, the first drive is the Panthers drive for 3 points, 3-0 with 8:10 left. Just like to mention that this program is brought to you by the backers, our Plymouth Community TV 14 sponsor team. We're proud to have the backers supporting the youth and teams of our community. Plymouth Community Television invites you to become a member of the backers, and we'll spread the good word about your fine business or organization. As a member of the backers, your business or organization will be supporting the continuation of quality community programming on TV 14. For more information, please call Ginny at 920-933-3382 or Scott at 920-889-1819 or the studio at 920-893-0006. Be sure to check out the website at PlymouthTV.org and also your YouTube channel. Thank you for your support. In fact, this is going live over YouTube as we speak. I want to welcome the Sheboygan Falls fans because they got the word that this was going to be live. And I would bet we have a few Sheboygan Falls fans on watching YouTube and listening to us.
So.
That's the bad part.
So. This is just great that Plymouth football is able to be shown live on YouTube.
And they do it live on the away games now too, so it's really good.
That's tremendous.
We'll kick it off. There's a high kick, very high kick, floating down about goal line. Good coverage. Tackle down at about the 15 or 16-yard line. You don't see that in high school football very often.
Excellent.
There by Jake Shutter.
Number 22, Emmett Crowder on the return for the Falcons. Yeah, well, you can keep them inside the 20-yard line on a kickoff. That's pretty good.
Now you just got to keep them on their side of the field and get the ball back. You'll see what happens defensively.
Yeah, you made a good point earlier, Brad, about the Panther pass defense has struggled at times. They've given up some long passes this year.
Yes,
so
we have.
We got to keep those receivers in check and not let them get biased for these long passes.
Good run over to the left side. Gain of about 9 yards, almost 10.
Yeah, Caleb Plyer on the run for the Falcons.
We had a little outside contain issue there. Well, let me set that defensive line for you. Number 66 on the nose is Michael Levson. Down and dirty are number 57. 57, that's Colin Harvey. Over the right side, first down for number 5, just smashing it right at us right there.
Right.
Surges ahead.
And on the left side, Wyatt Moore. Those are down and dirty linemen, and they're going no huddle here, so we're going to just stay right with it.
Yeah, nice strong run by Plyer there to give him a first down, Brad.
They hit the hole quickly, then your linebackers have to hit the hole quickly. Much better right there. Nice job of finishing that tackle.
Hand off to Plyer, this time stacked up.
That was Troca filling that gap right there.
That's what you need to do. Yep, that was.
Well, you know, there's a lot of gap responsibility in this defense, and that was all well done by the down lineman and by the linebacker play.
Yep.
Lefson will come out, and Jake Miller will replace him. They're going to 4-man front right now. Quick out. Nice tackle out there. Miller put it away. Solid tackle.
Yeah, good one-on-one tackle there.
Well, Nikolai throws it with some zip.
Yeah, he
so
does.
Got out there quick, but I'll tell you, Miller really closed well, made a short tackle.
Good tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Short gain, short pass. Seth Rohde on the catch for the Falcons.
It almost looks like the Falcons are going to send somebody deep almost every time to make us play them fair.
They got three receivers to the left here.
And they're going to be short, I believe. Oh, I think they're going to give it to him.
middle to Austin Giebert.
It's gonna be close.
Well, they zoned that over here with the 3 outs. I think they might bring it in.
First down yardage. 3rd and 1.
It should be 4th. I don't know what we're sitting 3rd and 1 for. It was 3rd and 6.
Because it was 3rd and 6, right?
If the marker is right, it's really close. I think they're going to be short by about 5 inches. Now let's get an ad in here while they bring that out.
Okay. Visit the Paddock Club, located in downtown Elkhart Lake, where Chef Lynn Chisholm celebrates the bounty from local farmers using old world techniques by making artisanal handmade pasta bread, house smoked meat, sandwiches, and so much more. Wednesday and Thursday give you the opportunity to try multiple dishes at very reasonable prices with our small plate specials while still offering the regular menu. The Paddock Club is open Wednesday through Saturday with dinner being served in the bar, dining room, or contactless.
First down, Sheboygan Falls.
Takeout beginning at 4:30 p.m. Comfort foods made with love for you and your family.
Well, they did get the first down by about 4 inches, so I was wrong by 8 inches.
So it looked like they were a little short though from up here, but
Well, the defense they played there, where they have the 3 men on this side, they kind of like zoned that a little bit, and they got it under and over. But when they flooded that zone, they really did find a good seam. 1st and 10 Falcons on their own 43. Oh, the back was leaning. I don't know why they don't call that.
yeah, it's like Plier on the run for the Falcons.
Taylor Plier spins into the line.
Picked up about 3 yards.
Gain of 3. Wyatt
Plier, a senior,
pile.
5'10", 185 pounds, a little pack of dynamite, I guess. Second and 7. I'd like to see the Panthers put a stuff in here, or defend the pass well, get some momentum. It's kind of like we're sitting back and letting things happen.
Yeah, we're on our heels a little bit.
There's the one over the top. There we go. That's good defense.
Good coverage there.
Not only did we have the safety picking him up on that side, but we had a safety on this side playing deep enough to merge to that. So we'll bring up 3rd and about 7. That's what I said about somebody going deep almost every play. They know that we've struggled with the deep pass. So good strategy by the Falls Falcons. Looks like long distance, we're going to go with a 4-man front as Lefson comes out. And I should say Harvey comes out and Jake Miller comes in. Quarterback scramble. This is what I talked about, Greg.
Yeah. They allowed him to get out of the pocket.
Dane Nikolai breaks containment on his scramble.
And when you have a 4-man rush, it should be disciplined enough that you don't give that quarterback an alley like that, but he found it very easily.
He was able to get outside and get the first down at the Panther 46-yard line.
Harvey checks back in and Miller checks out. Back to the 3-man front on 1st and 10. Got to make that tackle, and they do.
Oh,
nice job.
Collier is wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage.
I got to catch the number. I believe it's number 24.
24, you're correct, yeah. Ryan Cole,
Ryan Cole on the tackle.
nice tackle, nice one-on-one
If
tackle.
you don't make that tackle, the kid's outside
He's got
bouncing a
good
little
game,
bit.
right?
He really made a nice tackle there.
Good tackle there.
4:10 left in this first quarter. Panthers lead 3-0. There it is again.
Oh,
That's just. Oh, they're
oh,
going to throw a personal foul.
Yeah, he was about 5 yards out of bounds when he threw him down.
Penalty marker on the field.
Just got to be disciplined, don't you, Brad?
Well, you want your kids playing hard, but you want them playing hard in between the line of scrimmage, in between the boundaries.
Yep. Well, that Nikolai, though, he's quick. You really got to bottle him up, don't you? Because he can move around back there.
Well, that was that read again, and the outside contained man took the pitch man. That means a linebacker or somebody else has to be reading that quarterback inside out.
Yep.
And they just didn't get there. And maybe somebody's blocking him, but then a safety has to be coming.
Somebody's got to take that quarterback. Yeah, there was a couple of missed tackles on that, too. But
Excuse me.
So the personal foul penalty gives the Falcons a first down about the 20-yard line of the Panthers.
Faking a straight drop, a little pressure, wide open. That's not a tackle there.
Oh,
That's a touchdown.
yeah.
Well, Andrew Miller came up and put a hit on him. But if you put a hit on him, That's not a tackle.
No,
Tackle
no.
is hitting and wrapping.
You gotta
And
wrap up.
Andrew,
Forgot to
Andrew
wrap
knows
up.
better. He won't ever do that again.
Touchdown.
Aiden Gierach on the touchdown catch from Nikolai, about 20 yards. But yeah, you got to wrap.
Well, the other thing is, if you're going to make that hit like that when not wrapped, you can't hit him in the hip because he's a bigger, bigger
gotta hit
kid
him
than
lower.
you.
You gotta hit him
You got
lower.
to take his legs away somehow.
Yeah.
But I'm optimistic though because we had him third in a bunch a couple times. We just didn't execute defensively as far as discipline, and that'll be changed. Coaches will make some adjustments.
Oh, I'm sure they will, Brad. Good point.
Extra point attempt. Up, and it will be good. 7-3 with 3:46 left in this first quarter. Beautiful night in Plymouth. Panthers down 7-3.
Falcons 7. Your Plymouth Panthers
If you're
3.
serious about your lawn, you should get a lawn or garden tractor sold by someone who is dedicated to knowing their products. That's why more and more people are realizing the value in purchasing lawn and garden tractors from a local independent simplicity dealer like Miller & Bold Incorporated. They offer test drives, financing plans, service technicians, setup, and delivery. And of course, the best tractors and zero-turn mowers made, simplicity. So visit Miller & Bolt Incorporated and see the difference a Simplicity lawn care specialist makes. Simplicity, the way to a beautiful lawn. Plymouth Piggly Wiggly is your one stop for all your party needs. Our deli department has a variety of subs, party trays, and homemade signature salads. Don't forget the fresh baked hard rolls. Remember to shop the pig and save. Go Panthers.
Well, both student bodies whiting it out tonight.
Yeah, you don't see that too often where they got the same colors.
The kids here decided to go white out, and kids from Coles came with white out. It's nice to see kids at their functions. I mean, it's good stuff.
Good turnout tonight.
Another squib. This one will go to the back and loose ball, and it's a fumble. Alex Ames took it north and south quite well, got it hit pretty good, but gave up the ball, Falcon ball. I was talking earlier with some fellas, I said, it could come down to a turnover. And, any team that leads in turnovers increases their ability to outscore the other team by far. And that's one less,
makes such a difference.
One less time you have the ball, and one more time. That's like a two-possession
turnover
difference.
battle is always crucial, isn't it? Evan Belling on the fumble recovery for the Falcons, who take over at the Plymouth 31-yard line. See if our defense, Panther defense, can step up here, Brad.
Well, the one bad thing about that, and it's is that coaches didn't get a chance to talk to some kids other than for the kickoff to make some adjustments or whatever. Now the same defense is back out there. You hope you got your message across.
I'm sure they were. Yeah, right. They didn't have much time to do it.
Straight drop, looking right. It's throwing long. Miller there. He's got it. Was it Miller? I think so.
Nikolai's pass is intercepted in the end zone.
Andrew Miller with the interception. Now,
Andrew Miller.
He really
he went up and got that one, didn't he?
Well, I was just going to say he played that smart because he got that at the high point, which is where you want to be as a receiver or even a defender. Get it at the high point, but you got to get it
That's what
at
he
the
did
high
on
point.
that
You can't
one.
let it go over the top, and he timed that well, and he secured it very well.
Big interception there for the Panther defense as they take over in their 20.
Well, it'd be nice to get this turnover and get something out of this just to get the momentum back.
Right. Yeah, we got to get a good drive going here.
Miller in motion. Drake over. I don't mind that.
Boy, a nice strong run there by
Gain of
Troka.
about 7 by Troka.
Well, he just keeps his leg moving, doesn't he? And he doesn't come down easy, does he, Brad?
No, he doesn't. He's had ankle issues most of his career. I think he's a little gimpy right now. One thing I'd like to see him do is when he gets an attack, when he's going to be tackled, is finish that drive and finish forward. That you're less likely to get ankle sprains, and nobody can turn you backwards that way. You know.
Good point.
3 minutes left in this first quarter. Panthers down 7-3 to the Sheboygan Falls Falcons. Troka over there, left. Well, that was a delay counter. And I'll tell you, that defensive line for Falls is penetrating much better than what they should be.
They are. They won the battle at the line of scrimmage on that one, that's for sure.
Seth Rode, the tackler.
Troka coming off limping.
Hey, you were just talking about his ankle situation there.
Yeah, he got a little bit of a tough tackle, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
Third and 5. Just outside the 25-yard line. Panthers need to get to the 30. So a short 5, long 4. Straight drop. Nice pass, nice catch, and good finished run.
Yeah, Ryan Cole on the catch for the Panthers. Well, that's a huge first down, isn't it? After giving up a touchdown drive for the Falcons, you don't want to give the ball right back to them, do you, Brad?
That's for sure. Schmidt showing some patience there, scrambling out of the pocket, but keeping his head and found Cole there and just hit him in stride. And a nice job of putting the ball away by Ryan.
Nice pitch and catch there to get the first down.
32-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Panthers. We'll try to set that offensive line for you. Nothing there.
Boy, they just...
That was a situation where I think he missed. I think Alex Ames missed the hole. I think he could have cut that back up inside.
I think so too.
But it's easier up here than it is down there. Loss of 1 yard.
Ethan Verhulst on the tackle for the Falcons. Yeah, we've got to get that big push from that offensive line like we did last week.
Yeah, we're running some counter stuff. Sometimes I think you got to kind of go right at him, but we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's Wyatt Moore at center. And right guard is Ethan Coleman. We'll get the rest as we go. Quick out here. And Miller will sit down on a low pass and make the catch, though.
Yeah, those are good high percentage passes.
Absolutely.
You know, you get 5-6 yards on that. That's just fine, isn't it?
Gain of about 6 on the play.
Right tackle is Oliver Sheets. Jake Miller is at left guard. And at left tackle, I believe, is number 66, Michael Levson. That's your offensive line. Like I said, the coaches are pretty pleased with their offensive line. And they wear people down. They're
they sure do.
Good big athletes.
They've done a nice job this year.
3rd and 4, very similar to the last time. Fake to Ames and quick out. And that's going to be close.
Yeah, it sure is.
Boy, it's going to be real close.
Right.
Pass is complete to Ryan Cole.
From the spot, depending upon where they put it down.
Ryan Cole on the catch for the Panthers.
Okay, it looks like they're going to go with a measurement, so we'll go to an ad.
Right, Plymouth Furniture is located on Eastern Avenue, Plymouth. They have over 40 mattress styles on display from Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. Plymouth Furniture has the largest selection of furniture and mattresses in the area with an amazing selection of sofas, recliners, lift chairs, lodge furniture, dining room furniture, custom-made Amish furniture, and bedroom furniture. They carry quality brands like Flex Steel, Southern Motion, Best, and Ashley. Make sure to visit the back of Plymouth Furniture, where you'll find the area's largest furniture clearance center with great deals on mattresses and furniture.
And bring them all the way across the field. We'll do another one on the way back after we find out what they've got here. I think they're going to have it, and they do. 1st and 10 Panthers at their own 42-yard line.
Plymouth Panther.
Just a reminder, 2020 Visions, we do accept insurance for employees of Kohler, Sargento, Masters Gallery, Johnsonville, and many more. You can find us on Facebook, 2020 Visions, or check out our website at 20-20visions.com.
Well, second night of football on here, but they've had a soccer night out here on this new field. And pretty soon we'll have the markers set. We'll be blown into play, and we're back in. I'm not sure why the clock is running because he went out of bounds.
Yeah, it sure looked like it.
Over the right side, this has something to do, something to go. Can't be a spectator when you're a blocker. And we had one kid make a nice kick-out block, but then he got passive. He's got to stay with it as long as he can. Just keep chasing.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was Caleb Martell.
And that is the end of the first quarter of play. The score.
First quarter done.
7.
Panthers down 3-7. Panthers scored first on about a 38-yard field goal. And the Falcons came back and had a substantial drive, and we had them on the ropes a little bit periodically, but just couldn't make the play to stop the drive, and they went ahead and scored on a nice, it was probably an 85-yard drive. So with that, at the end of first quarter, Sheboygan Falls 7, Panthers 3, and we have another ad here.
Okay, Meyer Motors in Plymouth offers certified service, sales, parts, and emissions testing. We also purchase vehicles privately for cash. We have a wide variety of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Meyer Motors has been doing business right here in Plymouth since 1926. We pride ourselves on customer service with a touch of hometown comfort. You can visit us online at gomeyermotors.com to review our inventory, service, parts, and get to know us. Connect with us on socials. Search Meyer Motors on Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Follow for important updates and occasional giveaways. Meyer Motors, a small-town dealership with big-town service. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Well, the Panthers gained about almost 4 yards. There will be second and a long 6. I'd sure like to see a nice drive here where they kind of just take care of business and we gain some confidence, like, you know, they really can't stop us. That really helps an offensive line when you kind of just say, hey, stop us if you can, and if they can't, boy, you know, you just keep going at them.
Right.
Although I'm old-fashioned.
Oh, smash mouth football, that's okay. You still got to do that sometimes, and they're capable of doing it, Brad.
That right there is smash mouth, but we didn't block our nose or their right defensive tackle very well.
Yeah, we just didn't have much of a push there.
Boy, a gain of only a yard. That's not very well blocked. That's something that Coach Miller is going to be talking to the boys about. Jordan Miller, the offensive line coach, does a wonderful job, has made a lot of adjustments, creating new trapping and pulling schemes, including the center, pulling periodically. Kids love doing that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. They really do. Makes it much more fun.
Sure.
But I can see Jordan really looking and getting an angle to see his line perform here. Straight drop and out. Caught. Nice catch. Number 6, Jake Shutter.
Oh, outstanding catch by Jake. Go up that and pull that one in. Jake Shutter's having a nice year.
He is.
You know, he's pretty consistent. You know, he's got good hands.
Plymouth Panther.
Gain of about 10 yards, 1st and 10 Panthers in Falcon territory at their 41-yard line. 11:05 left in this second quarter, just underway in the second quarter.
That was a nice throw by Jordan Schmidt.
You know, last week we had Mella, and last year I should say we had Mella, and he was more of a runner and threw a pretty decent ball.
Yep.
This kid throws a better ball and doesn't run as much, but I think he throws a more accurate ball.
Oh, we got a reverse there to Andrew Miller.
Andrew Miller is the
well executed there, Brad.
Yeah. And it was well run by Miller because he did a little dip onto the inside, which draws people down, and then he bounced, and he had enough speed to catch the corner. So I give him credit on that one. Wasn't terribly blocked, but it wasn't well blocked either. Nice job of running the ball.
Yeah, sure was. Takes the ball down to the 28-yard line of the Falcons. 1st and 10.
Shutter left, Miller right. This is your smash mouth right here. Don't stop, hit that hole. I don't know if you noticed, you got that hole and you just kind of squatted down. No, put your head in there and just drive it.
You got to hit that quick.
Hit it quick and hit it aggressively, so you're always finishing forward.
Yep.
about 3 yards on the blitz.
Alex Ames picks up about 3 yards on that.
2nd and 7. Panthers looking pretty good, but only through the air, if you ask me right now. They just got to get something going here.
Yeah, they've got to get their running game going better.
And Troca on the sideline yet. They might save him for defense only, depending upon how bad he's feeling with that ankle. Quick out again. Shutter going to finish inside the 20, just short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and about 1.
Nice catch by Jake there. Took him three defenders to take him down. He wasn't going to go down easy, was he?
Jake's a pretty tough kid.
He is.
You know?
Yes, he is.
Short of first down territory.
This is one situation where I won't mind seeing quarterback going under center, and and that's exactly what's going to be happening here, because that doesn't allow the defense to get in the backfield very quickly. Quick dive here,
Right
good play.
There we go.
That's Cole. He's going to gain about 7 yards.
7 yards. That's more like it, right, Brad?
A quick hitter like that, if you get that little bit of a seam. Now, if you watch how Cole drove at the end, he hit the hole and he just leaned forward and finished it.
He just kept driving, didn't he?
Yep.
Down Plymouth Panther.
Yeah, I like that call.
I do too. I like it under center. I like what they did. They're first and 10 at the 13, so they can get a first down, which is important. Trips up to the top side. Trips are 3 wide receivers. Oh, he comes. Yeah, he's open. Back throw to the quarterback.
Oh!
Touchdown, Panthers.
Alex Ames to Jordan Schmidt. Oh, they fooled the Falcon defense on that one, Brad.
As soon as he tossed that, I looked at and said, he's going that way. Now he looks like he's not going to run. And I thought, that's got to be throwback.
Yeah.
The tight end was open just as well, but that was set up for the quarterback to receive it. And we will take that. It's a nice gadget. You don't like to pull them out too often, but that's a nice gadget play right there.
It sure was. Very well executed.
And now Alex Ames will go to the snapping position. He's our long snapper today, or every day. Plate, good snap, good hold, good kick. So, at 8:56, just under 9 minutes,
Extra point is good.
Panthers now lead 10-7. Panthers have had the ball twice and have scored twice. Falcons have had it twice and have given up an interception, which led to this long drive. But we each have turnovers. But that was a second full possession by the offense, and that was a nice. They had to pull out some gadgets to get the first downs, though, which concerns you a little bit.
They're not consistently getting those
finished runs.
And they need to get the running game going better. But okay, time for another ad from our TV 14 backer. Waldo State Bank, local, independent like you. Waldo State Bank, serving the community since 1913. 119 North Depot Street, Waldo, Wisconsin, or at Waldo State Bank, waldostate.bank, member FDIC.
What a beautiful night.
Oh, it sure is, Brad. Nice,
and again,
nice
we have to mention the beautiful field that our sponsors and the contributors, the Sargento, Master Gallery, First Bank, Glacier, Transit and Storage.
It's great to see that local business support, isn't it, that Plymouth has been fortunate to have over the years.
That one's going to go to through the end zone. Now there's a little bit of wind, but not that much.
Not that much, no.
We were talking last week when we were sitting in the stands that, and I think he's only a junior. If he keeps improving, keeps getting stronger, he's going to have a collegiate situation.
He should be kicking for somebody, right?
Yes. I don't know how high a level, but he'll be kicking for somebody.
I see that too. Yeah, I've been very impressed with him the last couple seasons.
And he seems like he doesn't overexert it. He's very, very smooth with it. He doesn't overkick it. Most of the time, I should say. He's still a high school kid,
Yeah. No, I agree.
Let's see if this Panther defense can step up and make some plays here. Panther defense over the last two years has been able to get some turnovers and such. There's a dive over the their left side, our right side, and a gain of about 3.
Surges ahead for about 4 yards.
One of the things that the Panther coaching staff does is they will generate a scouting report that gives you tendencies. And a lot of times when they set in this I formation, they like to run out of it 88% of the time. There, that was better defended. Nice job by the Panthers. So they get a tendency out of that, and they do that with all the different spreads they got, what they're going to see, and it's amazing how you can almost predict, but the kids have to generate that and understand it in order to make it happen.
Exactly. Well defended by the Panthers there. Bring up a 3rd and 6 here.
Now with the trips to this side and a single back, that's less likely to happen and less likely to have a run. You'll have a ball fake, which wasn't even there at that time. Good pressure, almost intercepted. Now that defensive series was really, they had pressure on the quarterback. If he holds it one more second.
They almost got him that time.
Exactly.
That was good to see that.
Defending on the play.
Now what the Panthers have to do is get it back and just, another solid drive would be great.
Yeah, they should get decent field position here.
Well, they're on their own 24, and Miller is dropping about to his own 42, so he's looking for about a 35-yard punt. I don't think they're going to get that.
Yeah, it's going to be more midfield, I think, maybe.
And there's your scrum punt.
Yeah, just let that one go. You don't want to mess around with that one.
That's a good scrum punt, though.
Yeah. I don't know if he. I guess he was trying to do that.
Oh yeah, it's by design. But
those are hard to handle. It's good that Andrew Miller didn't try to pick that up.
and one thing they're going to do is they're probably going to make a special team's adjustment and say, well, if he's going to do that, we're going to keep him in the pocket. We'll put another guy over there. We'll have an outside rush and get in his face a little bit.
What do they call it? Like a rugby style kick?
Yep, that's exactly it. They call it a run.
A lot of teams have been going at it in recent years.
College teams do it.
College teams, yeah.
7:35 in the second quarter. Panthers lead 10-7, and they have the ball at their own 31. Brad Balbrick along with Greg Seeley tonight. And I'm sure Scott Richards is up north, probably watching YouTube TV, or YouTube, I should say.
Well, I would hope so.
Dive over to the right side. Troka picking his way, finishing the run. And we're good. This is what holds. We're probably going to come back with a holding.
Yeah, it looks like it may be a holding call.
And this is what stopped us a lot against Sheboygan North. I talked to my son, who's on the coaching staff, of course, and he said, against North, we never stayed ahead of the down markers. And what he meant was, once you start taking penalties and put yourself back at a 1st and 15 or 1st and 20, we're not the kind of team that's going to, throw that big long pass as the last.
Oh yeah, it just makes it
drive.
tough for
Just
about any offense, but especially if you're more geared to the running game, right? You don't want to get those 1st and 15, 2nd and 20.
And every kid will say, I didn't hold them, but, it is what it is.
Now here on 1st and 20, if you can get 5 or 6 yards back, you don't need necessarily get all of it back on one play, but.
Well, you might, you run gadgets, so they're, you might be all gadget out, but this is the screen. That's a good run by Cole.
Oh, good job there. Yeah, you escaped a couple tacklers.
I'll tell you, that same official that threw a flag before should have thrown a flag right there, because that kid put him down and gave him a little extra, and that's not called for in high school athletics, if you ask me.
I agree.
And all the coaches were sitting there, what about that?
Yep. Very easy. It could have been a penalty there.
And they do have a penalty. Dead ball, personal foul.
Yes.
I did not see the flag.
I didn't either.
It might have been, but it was extra stuff. Basically, the kid was going down, and he took it, and he just gave him basically a veal throw kind of thing.
Totally
gave him a little
unnecessary.
business.
Totally unnecessary. So that helps the Panthers get out of a big hole and gives them a. I don't know if that's not an automatic first down, though, is it?
It is not in high school football.
As opposed to pro and college, I
Correct.
believe. Yep.
Correct. It is not in high school football.
It gets us out of a big hole, though.
Well, you go from 1st and 20.
No, it's 1st
and
and
we would have been second if we had no penalty. We would have been second in about 3. We get a 10-yard penalty. Now we get this back, and we get 1st and 2. So.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well.
Uh-oh. I think the officials are going to put their heads together and say, is this an automatic first down, or one of the Sheboygan Falls coaching staff is wondering where that should be marked from or whatever.
Yeah. I think they're talking that over.
But I believe, we can have another ad while they talk us through.
Four Seasons Comfort is located at 426 B Factory Street in Plymouth and can be reached at 920-893-8900. Four Seasons Comfort handles Bryan and Mitsubishi ductless heating and cooling systems.
Well, I know what they're discussing. It should have been 1st or 2nd. That personal foul happened after the play, so that down counted, which was 1st down.
Should have been 2nd down.
Now they're at 2nd down.
2nd down and 2. Okay, they got it right then.
He's open.
Oh! Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Oh,
I'll tell you, Jordan Schmidt back here, he slammed the turf right after he knew he overthrew it.
He'd love to have that one back.
I mean, that was one. And there is a little wind behind this, but that's the one you get up in the air a little bit and let it flow a little bit, because he had it beat by a bunch.
He just puts a little more air on it, right, Brad? And you're looking at a touchdown.
But that makes Falls have to play a whole lot more honest.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Still easy to get. I shouldn't say easy. Still able to get the first down with the 2-yard play here. Troke over the right side. Got to finish that run, and they do. Look at the offensive line get with it.
That's the way. A big push there by the line.
That's a 5-yard gain. That's kind of what I'm talking about with finishing the run right there. 1st and down Panthers at their own 44.
Troika and the line just kept driving, didn't they?
Exactly. As long as you don't grab the runner, you can push the defenders that are
right.
trying to tackle him.
Exactly.
And it's like you're assisting the runner, but you're not.
First down for the Panthers at their 44-yard line. See if
Schmidt will take the snap in shotgun. And that's that counter. That has not worked all night. That has.
Gets the handoff.
I think the down linemen are reading that much. The defensive linemen are reading that much better than we're blocking.
Yeah, they
it.
are. Anthony Fisher was all over that one to get the solo tackle for the Falcons.
And I come back to that quick dive we had when we had Schmidt under center. We went right at him. We got 5 yards because we can have our meat and potatoes kind of go right at him.
Right. Yeah, those quick hitters can be pretty effective, can't they, sometimes?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Closing in on 5:30 left in this second quarter. Panthers lead 10-7. Now, here's a situation. Now, you lose those 5 yards. Now you're playing behind the markers, and it makes it tough on the offense to convert.
It sure does.
2nd and 15, 2nd and 14. Schmidt will go with a straight drop. Center screen. Tell you, Kroll's hard to bring down. He runs hard.
Yeah, I like that call. I was just thinking right before that. I think it'd be a good time for a screen, maybe. Try to get about half of it back, right?
And that was set up pretty well. What happened is he outran his blocking a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
But that's going to happen. The blocker should have got downfield, but he can't get too far downfield. Otherwise, that's a penalty.
Right.
So a little more timing there would have helped. But
that was a nice gain. Sets them up 3rd and 4.
That's gain of about 10 yards. Straight drop. Going to roll right. Going to throw it out. And caught there by, I believe, number 2, Tom Blatt.
Tom Blatt, yes. Nice pitch and catch there. Well, I like the way, like you mentioned earlier, Brad, Jordan Schmidt, he shows a lot of poise. He's doesn't try to rush it, just rolled out there and found the open receiver. And, if it's not open, you take, you run with it,
Right.
or throw it out of bounds.
Very seldom is he going to run with it. He doesn't mind running with it, but he's very patient. And when he give credit to the offensive line, even though he got flushed out of the pocket, they weren't able to chase him down. And he was comfortable in the throw.
Very patient and poised back there.
There's Troca. He's going to. That's what I mean about him getting his ankles turned. He kind of stops and wants to dance a little bit, and instead of finishing the run, I think he wanted to bounce it outside, but wasn't able to. But a good run. Gain him about 5.
Oh, yeah.
Troca stutter steps his way for about 5 yards. 2nd and 5.
Yeah, he runs hard. He's
a tough kid.
He doesn't go down easy. He's always giving 2nd, 3rd effort.
And again, another junior. You have a junior quarterback and a junior.
Yeah, that bodes well for next year, doesn't it?
It does. Although offensive line there's that jet sweep, and Miller's going to be set. Yeah.
Plier on the tackle.
The jet sweep to Andrew Miller that's snuffed out by Caleb Clear.
Yeah, that was sniffed out very quickly, and that might be the Falls coaches looking at our tendencies. And one thing that we've done a lot more of is they run our offensive plays and into the same computer program to see if we have tendencies and we have predictability, and so that we can combat that and catch them off guard. That time we did not.
It's almost like a chess game out there, isn't it? Where you're trying
Certainly
to make
is. 3rd and a lot. 3rd and 10. Schmidt's going to go down well short of the first down. I was just going to say, with 2:45 left in this half, this drive was actually relatively important because, not the end of the game, but if you go down and score and give them no time on the clock, you're ahead by 2 scores, and they receive the ball beginning the second half. So you want those 2 scores ahead of them.
Oh, right.
But we didn't get it.
Plus you get the momentum at the end of going into the locker room.
Right.
Well, the Falcons have 3 timeouts left, so see what they can do in the last couple minutes.
We'll shift over to the right side. Maybe a little scrum coming to the right side here. Oh.
See if Owen can nail one inside the 10.
Boy, he nailed it. He's trying to get it to the sideline, but wasn't able to do it.
Yeah.
Going to the end zone. So it only nets really 20 yards on that, and that's not what you want.
No.
There's a little wind up there, and I think the wind did catch it.
Yeah, I think it did a little bit. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back, but
10-7, 2:07 left in this first half. Try to set the linebackers for you as we go here. Panthers going to go with a 4-man front, and they spread the field here. It looks like they're going to go with hurry-up offense, I'll bet, here. So let's see if the Panthers can make something happen and give it a turnover. Quick out. Miller on the island out there.
Nikolai's pass is complete.
You know, one rule I'd like to see changed in all levels of football is you cannot put hands to the face defensively or offensively, blocking and all that stuff.
yes.
But a runner can do a stiff arm into a face mask. I think they should outlaw that. That's kind of what happened to
That's
Miller there.
actually legal, huh? Yeah.
It is legal.
I agree. I think it should be outlawed.
Again, a little hitch in front of Miller, and Miller not able to wrap up again.
Once again, Nikolai's pass is complete to Reed Federer.
Reed Federer on the catch there.
And the bad thing about those two throws is he gets out of bounds and stops the clock.
Right. See if we can jump on some of those routes, you know.
Well, last week, Andrew Miller jumped a couple routes, just wasn't able to put it away, but he does read pretty well.
Yeah.
But you don't want to jump a route right now, because if it's out and up,
You better have a safety back there helping you.
Miller is pretty much on an island. When they go trips over here, what I mean by trips is 3 over here.
You're gonna jump on it, you better be careful, right?
Well, what I was going to say is when you have trips over here, and you got a single one on that side, Miller's out there one-on-one. They trust him to play one-on-one with somebody, so he's got to be cautionary, you know.
That's
on
true.
this side,
you don't want them getting by
they're
on.
flooding it a little bit, and the safety's going to, chase both ways. I don't know what the problem is over there. Maybe a break in the chain or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah, good point, Brad. If you're going to jump that route, you better make sure you get the receiver, get to the ball.
Right.
And
if they
the
run
Falcons might even fake that out and then
Right.
go up, do the out and up, you know. And
Now Miller is one-on-one out there, and he's coming up in the kid's face a little bit. You just can't let him get behind you.
No. You know, he's cheating back a little bit on him. Now he's dropping back in coverage. See if we can get a sack here, Brad.
Nikolai scrambles across the 40-yard line.
Oh, I thought for a second it might have been a horse collar, but
That was Brett Shutter.
fortunately it wasn't.
As long as you don't get your hand inside, you can grab a shoulder pad, but not on the inside of the shoulder pad in the back, or a jersey you can grab.
He must have been okay with that tackle then.
The official was right there, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that was a good
Second
tackle.
and 9. Clock still running.
Keep everything in front of you, Panthers. Oh,
Nikolai's pass complete.
Shutter there on the tackle, the older Shutter, I believe, Jake Shutter.
yeah, Jake Shutter. Yep.
That was well run by the receiver, just a hard, quick slant.
Austin Gebhardt on the first down pass catch for the Falcons. Don't let him out of the pocket now. Oh. Gebhardt on the catch for the Falcons.
I've heard whistles all along here that it was incomplete. I heard a whistle,
Austin Gebhardt.
and they're going to discuss this, but I think that ball hit the ground.
It was awfully close, Brad. I think they're going to talk it over. Maybe.
Well, the official on this side blew a whistle. Now
Maybe-
that stops play. I don't care if it was complete or not, but if he blows a
if
whistle,
it's complete,
it's a
they got to
dead
go
ball.
back to where he first caught it then, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It was awfully close to the ground. Maybe another ref got a better look at it, Brad.
What's troubling is that 80 was wide open out there,
Yeah, he
and
was.
nobody had the deep coverage.
Nope. Yeah,
They definitely.
there was a breakdown.
Let's say they come to the conclusion it was caught. When the whistle blew, that stops play. So they
Yep.
cannot have the ball at the 15-yard line.
They got to go back to.
They got to go back to almost the 30-yard line.
Just
I think
inside
it was.
about the 28, 30-yard line. Yep. I think they're probably discussing that too, if it was indeed a catch. Well, if it was a catch, it was a pretty good one by Gebhardt.
Well, it is coming back somewhat. Now comes the argument of where was the ball caught.
It was around the 30, wasn't it, Brad?
I think it was just inside the 30.
That's what I thought, too.
I mean,
now they walked it up to the 32 of Plymouth. That doesn't necessarily mean anything.
now Coach Canales is arguing that the call was made incomplete. How can you override one guy's call?
That's where the refs got to meet and
well, tell you the truth,
out.
if that the official on this side blew that whistle, he had no business blowing that whistle.
No.
If you ask me.
And it wasn't like he was signaling an incomplete pass either, right?
57 seconds left in this first half. Panthers lead 10-7. And a very interesting half. One turnover apiece for each team.
Thought there'd be a little more scoring, didn't you, Brad?
Well,
with two pretty good offenses. Of course, you got to give the defenses credit.
Just think about the two drives that actually got you touchdowns, and even the field goal at the beginning. Those were long drives.
That's true. They were.
And generally, in a half, you get 3 to.
Oh, we got this sorted out, Brad. It looks like it.
Generally, you get 3 to 4 drives in a half, anyhow.
That's true. There were some good drives. So that
unless poor defense is being played.
So they set it down to 32 of Plymouth. So the whistle blew that play dead, but it was a catch by Gebert.
Sheboygan Falls with all 3 timeouts. Looking to the out here. He's open.
Oh.
Down to about the 1 yard line.
Nikolai's pass is complete to
Alex Ames just couldn't catch up to it.
Austin Gebert again, wide open.
Well, you look at it and you go, that's been the thorn on our side all year, is allowing that long pass. Yeah, allowing that long pass, and again, it
has hurt us, those long passes.
Well, you got to bring a little bit. They're going to run the ball right here. They got plenty of time. They can run it all 3 times if they want. Here it is. Follow, touchdown.
Nikolai takes the ball straight
Well,
ahead.
you talk about momentum. This gives Sheboygan Falls momentum because we'll be kicking off to them.
That's right. They got the momentum going to the locker room, it looks like. Touchdown run by Nikolai from the 3 yard line. Just on a keeper.
They not only have the lead, but they're going to get the ball back.
Yeah, that was huge, wasn't it, for them to drive down, get a touchdown.
Well, it was poor secondary play again.
Oh, Gebert was wide open a couple times on that drive.
And I don't know if I think they're not necessarily man-to-man on that, but I think that's a man in his position, and Ames has to be with him.
Yep.
And it barely got over.
Mason Jobs' extra point is good.
It is good, though. 14-10, 39 seconds left in this first half.
Plymouth Panthers 10.
Plymouth Glass is a family-run business, and we are honored to serve the people of our community. At Plymouth Glass, we offer a wide variety of services, including standard and custom shower enclosures, aluminum storefront windows and doors, safety glass, glass tabletops, thermal paint replacement, plastics, cabinet glass with many patterns to choose from, plus much, much more. Stop in at Plymouth Glass. We're ready to handle all of your glass needs.
Well, I've seen weird things happen in high school football, so you never know what the Panthers are going to do here.
Yeah, right.
If they keep kicking this squib, I would bring the 2 guys in the middle up a little bit and say, let's get a hold of that ball earlier and get it all past the 40. Then we'll take a couple of shots down the field, and if we don't get it,
we got 3 timeouts left to work with too. So.
Absolutely. But that's the adjustment I would make.
Yeah, I would move those deep guys up a little bit too, because.
Yeah, because they haven't hit it deep, and they're against the wind. There's no way this kid is kicking it
They won't even get it to the 10-yard line, probably.
Well, let's see if they skip it again. And they do. Pick it up.
Got to get on that. It's a live ball.
Don't dance. Go.
Hold on to it. You got to hold on. Secure that ball. Oh, what a run. What a return by Jake Shutter.
Mason Jobs' kickoff is fielded by Jake Shutter, who momentarily breaks free.
Oh, they got that good field position that we wanted.
Well, now you got it.
33 seconds.
33 seconds. That's
3 timeouts.
That's about 5 plays if you're lucky.
Oh, yeah.
Probably closer to 4, but we've been behind. We've got people behind them before. We just gotta, And
that was quite a return by Jake.
We did run some gadget plays, so we might not have many gadget plays left. But knowing Coach Grahn, there's probably something else in there because he spends a lot of time on it.
Yeah.
Straight drop. Out. We'll take that.
Right, nice.
Next pass is complete.
Oh, yeah, nice little out pattern to Jake Shutter,
Down to
first
the
down.
Falcon 37.
You rule it a first down.
39. First down, Plymouth Panthers.
29 seconds left. We still got our 3 timeouts
That
left.
took 4 seconds. So,
Yeah.
and even if you don't get the touchdown, you have a decent leg. But you sure want to take a shot to the end zone if you can.
Oh, yeah. You definitely want to get some points out of this possession.
Schmidt will roll right, throwing out, caught and out of bounds. Another
Next pass is complete.
Another 8 yards. 11 seconds used up and 22 seconds left.
Tom Blott on the catch for the Panthers.
2nd and 2.
About an 8-yard catch.
Well, like I said, I've seen weirder things happen. That return made something happen right there.
It
And
sure did.
you know, you can actually just take a chance once in a while too and throw
sure.
it. We got good athletes at the White House, no doubt about it. Schmidt rolls left here. Looking backside, no, looking down the middle.
Oh.
Miller got the ball, and we can call a timeout right
nice
here.
catch by Andrew Miller there, Brad.
If the Falcons are smart, they're going to take a timeout right here. They do.
Yep, they got to.
Pulled in by Andrew.
You know, that throw's tough because you're rolling to the left, unnatural,
And throwing
but he
it
really
right.
squared his shoulders nicely to make
did.
that throw.
Yeah, he laid it right in there. Nice catch by Andrew Miller. P.J. Campbell's Depot is a casual dining experience in a historic train depot converted into a restaurant. Join our family and enjoy comfort food, which includes steaks, ribs, sandwiches, and German favorites. Offers something for everyone. Don't forget the big pretzel and baked French onion. Open Tuesday through Sunday, opening each day at 4 p.m. At Bank First, we take great pride in supporting our community. We believe by working together, we can transform lives and build stronger communities for our future generations. Giving back has allowed Bank First to develop meaningful relationships with local families, businesses, and nonprofit organizations. We believe these relationships strengthen us and the communities we serve. This is just another reason why it's different at First, Bank First. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And again, a sponsor of the athletic field here as they have their Bank First emblem and on the scoreboard, one of the contributors. Well, let's go here. Ball's in play. I don't know what we're doing here. Let's go. Panthers a little discombobbled here.
14 seconds left, 2 timeouts.
Boy, oh boy, they're using up a lot of time. They're down to 10 seconds right now to run the play. 5 seconds, and they got the play off. Touchdown!
Oh,
Andrew Miller on the 18-yard line. Nice strike.
that was a George Smith stayed in the pocket, threw a strike on that one. Just a,
Well, it was kind of deceiving. It looked like he was looking at the tight end, but he
I
threw it
know.
over the top of the tight end, and there was Andrew Miller.
and,
To Andrew Miller.
and he had to be pretty accurate with that throw. There were several defenders back in
yeah.
there. He put it right on he zipped it right in there. It's just now we've got the momentum back, Brad.
Well, again, but we kick off again,
Yeah.
so they can get it right back and
that's
get
true.
the lead again.
Point is
So
good.
now we have a 3-point lead, hopefully going into halftime. 9 seconds left.
Panthers 17. The Sheboygan Falls Falcons 14.
Panthers with a 30-second drive. They cover about 50 yards, and they didn't have too much defense out there. I mean, they had wide open receivers, and
Yeah.
that might be something you look at the second half and say, let's loosen up that defense of theirs. But I'm sure they were playing a prevent, and sometimes
That's probably why they gave up some of those short out
gave up their
patterns.
short outs,
and,
you know, how are they going to,
didn't want to get beat deep.
But all of them were to the outside of the field, which allowed them to stop the clock
And
each
get
and
out
every
of
time.
bounds
You
and-
know?
yep.
So
Well,
9
that's,
seconds left. Panthers lead 17-14. Brad Balbrick along with Greg Seeley on a beautiful night at Warner Finke Field. And if you're at home, you might see that the track has had their rubberized surface taken off, and it should be getting done hopefully this fall yet. That'll be a trick between having football games and getting the rubberized turf put back down so they can have it ready for next spring. Beautiful facility it is and will be. Now this one should go sailing through. And it will. Wind, there's a little more wind back behind them than I thought.
It's picked up a little bit, I think.
The two boys out there picking up the tee. My grandson's out there. That's
there we go. All right. Nice job there.
Yeah.
What's his name, Brad?
Well, the oldest one is Boyd.
Okay.
And the youngest one is Carver.
All right. Good job, you guys.
They like to be on the sideline.
What
and
a
get
thrill
the
for
seats.
them, huh?
You know, they have a good time. And their father, of course, is Coach Mark Volbrick, my son.
Nice
And
kids. Okay.
my nephew is Christian Volbrick. He's out there in the orange garb, kind of so to speak, or burnt
right.
orange garb. And they're excited to be in Plymouth. They both taught in Menasha, and last year they came to Plymouth.
Welcome back to Plymouth. That's
Oh,
great.
love having them here.
That's great.
9 seconds left. It looks like the Falcons just run this out. And 2-1, and that'll do it. Halftime, Panthers will take a lead into the locker room with a 17-14 lead. It says 20-14, but it has to be 17 because we have a field goal and 2 touchdowns. That adds up to 17 if you ask me. So
Score at the end of the first half.
let's see if you get it right.
Yeah.
Panthers 17.
Yeah.
Sheboygan Falls Falcons 14.
We'll bring you that second half after a short break.
Should I just set that down here? Or?
Anywhere you want.
Okay. I left off at the next one would be.
Reminder, the concession stand is open.
Sorry.
Lots of soda and treats at reasonable prices. Those of you with 50-50 raffle tickets, it's time to call the winning number. At stake tonight is a jackpot of $570.
Impressions of the first half.
Well, both teams had some pretty good, pretty impressive scoring drives, I thought, and both quarterbacks are throwing the ball pretty well, and you know, impressed with them, and the receivers, I think, have done a pretty good job of catching the ball, and we'll see if the Panthers, though, see what kind of adjustments they make on defense, because they gave up some open, several open receivers. See if they can put a little more pressure on Nikolai, though, and I'm sure the Falcons are looking to put more pressure on Schmidt and keep him in the pocket. And but I look for the Panthers to be able to run the ball better. They need to, like you and me had talked about at halftime, maybe just try to play a little smash mouth, try to take the ball and say, here we come, try to stop us, right?
A little bit of the counteraction hasn't gone very well.
No, they've smelled that out pretty well.
And then the jet sweeps, they've been ready for them. You know, we'll see what happens. But, boy, I'll tell you, it's a great rivalry. And now Panthers are only up by 3 points. So I think if some team can get up by 2 scores, would be huge. But right now the defenses on both sides are not playing particularly well. That ball is well through the end zone.
He almost boomed it out of the end zone.
And there is wind up there. We've talked about it, but there's not a lot of wind up there. And Plate just gets it up there. And he picks the ball he wants to kick. It's a special ball kick. It's just the comfort level. It might be a little softer because it's been used more or whatever, but he kicks that ball well. 1st and 10 for the Falcons at their own 20.
The majority of Owen's kicks have been touchbacks this year, which is huge.
That I've seen, yes.
From what I've seen too, Brad. You make the other team start at the 20, that's pretty good.
Well, let's see what the Panthers do here. We got doubles on both sides, single back. This is often a running formation for them, but they're going to throw the ball and got to get them on the ground, and they don't.
A couple missed tackles there.
More than a couple. And now we have a flag, late flag. Hopefully it's not against
More
us.
Than a couple.
And the call is going to be a chop block against the Falcons. Well, I'm going to give the defense credit because they really had him boxed in pretty well, and they did have a linebacker coming to make the play, but it was a really pretty nifty run by the kid.
It was.
I don't anticipate those kind of things happening very often, but pretty well defended. So maybe we've seen one adjustment already that they are going to have a linebacker not shadow him, but be ready to come.
Yeah, good point.
I talked a little bit with one of the other coaches that I know, and he talked about maybe a little pressure and force their issue, force the ball out of his hand quicker. So we'll see. Panthers with a 4-man front.
I don't think the Panthers have blitzed that much tonight, have they, Brad?
They're not real comfortable with it. They think they can get pressure with 4, and they can, but they have to do it orchestrated. Quick out here, caught. Sure tackle? No. Nice job of finishing off by the other gang, though.
Nice pass is complete to Seth Rhodey out in the right flat.
Seth Rhodey on the catch for the Falcons. He's able to spin out of there didn't get much out of that.
Alex Ames was there first. Got a hold of the shirt a little bit. The Panthers are flip-flopping. They need to get going here pretty quick on that. Maybe it wasn't Ames Ames might have been on the tackle, I guess. Finishing it up. A little pressure. Throwing under, tipped in the air. Almost caught after tipped in the air. You know, I was a defensive coach, and Coach Butter has to be really happy that they not only got in his face, but they got their hands up. That's a last step of defense for a defensive lineman. Getting your hands up, he did a nice job.
It's like Kalen Lund knocked the ball down for the Panthers. Yeah, if you can't get to that quarterback, you put your hands up and try to knock it down or make it tough for him.
I think they put Kalen out there to get a little quickness and get a little push up the middle.
Nice play by Kalen.
3rd and a bunch. Now we are seeing a blitz. You got to put him on the ground.
Oh, he slipped out of there.
And it throws to a wide open player.
Boy.
Terrible tackling.
Nikolai's pass is complete to Rhodey.
Seth Rhodey on the catch.
I see coaches shaking their head like, why are we pursuing the quarterback when he's in the backfield? You have to stay with your receiver, and nobody gets behind the deep person, and that's happened at least 4 times today.
Wide open.
We had him 3rd and 13.
And he got about 30 yards on that catch up near midfield.
What a snap over the top. He's going to fall. It's loose. Still loose. Still loose. Pick it up. No, they're going to fall on it. Panthers get the ball.
Oh my gosh.
The Plymouth Panthers jump
Brett Shutter on the fumble recovery for the Panthers.
I'll tell you, he didn't know it, but he had time to pick that ball up and run it in. But he did what coaches want them to do.
Make sure you recover it. That's the main thing.
Yep.
I thought Nikolai looked like he was going to recover, and then it just kind of squirted loose from him. And
yeah, he did the right thing as a quarterback. He said, "I'm going to get down on the ball," because he didn't know how.
He wasn't going to try to pick it up. He tried to get it, but it squirted loose. The Panthers take over
Quick
about
out.
the 20-yard line.
Miller. Oh, we have an inadvertent whistle again. I tell you, this officiating crew is really struggling. At halftime, there was talk about two things that happened on the Falls drive. Is when they got a first down, when it really should have been 2nd and 2, they gave them a first down.
Yep.
And they don't know why that wasn't corrected, but it was not corrected. And then the inadvertent whistle
on that.
But Falls still got the score out of that, so it's a moot point.
Right. Yeah, they've had a little bit of a difficult night tonight. But
2nd and 8. Motion coming this way. And a dive. I tell you, Moore just really, Wyatt Moore, when he watches film, he's going to look at that one and just said, boy, I just really never got off the ball, because he got beat.
Yeah, he did. That looked like Anthony Fisher on the tackle for the Falcons. Nice penetration by him. We're just not, I don't know, when I've seen Brad, we're not knocking him off the ball like we're capable of doing.
Well, that was one where we should have been knocking him off the ball, and we've done it a couple times, but that was not very well blocked at the center position, and Wyatt would be the first one to say, I can do better than that. He's a good athlete. Much better than his father, Clayton. I hope Clayton hears that.
Yeah. Oh, I remember Clayton. I used to write about him for the Review.
Nice throw. Good play. Can be close to a first down. Try to catch the number of that one.
Looked like Tom Blatt, I think, on the catch.
Might have been Blatt again.
Or Blod, yes.
Hard to tell.
Ames, the receiver.
Ames is the receiver.
Ames.
He did a nice job of catching and turning it up.
I apologize. Alex Ames on the catch. Down just inside the 11-yard line here, Brad. 4th and...
Well, you know how I felt about it last time. I said Schmidt has to go under center, and you go toe-to-toe and just say, okay. And this is,
ram
what
right
I mean.
Up the middle, right? I mean, if you can't make 1 yard, then maybe you better just...
What I meant by toe-to-toe is what you're seeing right now with linemen. They're foot to foot.
Yep.
And they're going to come right at you. Boom. That's what they did. And there's Cole for a first down inside the 5, down to about the 4-yard line.
Boy, a great push by the offensive line.
To Ryan Cole, who rumbles out.
And again, what I meant by toe-to-toe is...
That's been very effective tonight, hasn't it, Brad?
Well, on short yardage. You can't do that. You can't live with that.
No. But that's good.
But in that situation, when you're looking for 1 yard, they put their feet right next to each other, and they kind of come down and make a wedge.
They've executed
and
that well.
This group can do that, and they're probably happy doing it.
1st and goal on the 4.
Don't be surprised if that's what you're going to see with Schmidt under center. Take it right at him here.
Maybe a sweep, maybe. Oh no.
Penalty markers.
I think they started moving before the ball snapped.
False start.
Indicated against Plymouth, a 5-yard
Well, to me, the motion was to get them thinking a little bit, but I think it got us maybe out of sync a little bit. Now we really can't go under center as comfortably.
No.
We could, but I don't think we will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree, Brad.
Brings up 1st and goal at the 8. 1st and goal, or 9 rather, or close to the 9. 1st and goal inside the 4 sounds so much better. Foolish penalties like this is
crucial penalty there.
8:30 left in this 3rd quarter. Panthers lead 7-14, looking to convert on a turnover.
We'll see if Jordan maybe rolls out and finds one of these receivers. Oh, they go with the run.
Good surge ahead.
Brett Shutter.
I like Brett Shutter the way he runs, because he come in on an inside give
nice
and really lean forward. That's a gain of about 7 yards.
Falls was looking at a pass possibly too. He had him spread out over here and
makes them think.
Makes them think, right?
Exactly.
You can't be
and if you take one linebacker and have to offset it a little bit, then you might create another lane, and that's what you hope to do sometimes.
Yep. Excellent point, Brad.
2nd and goal at about the 2-yard line. Right to Cole. Cole over side and in for the touchdown. Panthers score at 7:42. Panthers 23, Falcons 14.
That's the way to slam it in there, Brad.
Well, they've had good luck with Kroll getting 2 yards, 3 yards when they need it. Short yardage, that's what they had to have.
And he runs hard too, doesn't he?
He's hard to bring down, and he finishes.
He does, he sure does.
Owen Plate on to attempt the extra point.
Extra point to follow here. Hopefully give the Panthers a 10-point lead. And it is good. Panthers lead 24-14 with 7:42 left in the third quarter.
Panthers 24.
Doctors Tim and Cheryl Ziegler and the staff at Advanced Eye Care can provide for all of your eye health needs. Whether it's vision or eye health testing, a new pair of glasses from their wide selection of frames or contact lenses under their Guaranteed Contact Lens Success Program, Advanced Eye Care does it all. Most insurance plans and Medicare are accepted. Advanced Eye Care, leading the way in total vision wellness. AdvancedEyeCarePlymouth.com.
Well, a 24-14 lead, 10-point lead. About a third away into the third quarter. Long, plenty of game to be played yet. Panthers can't let down, but big turnover by the Falcons.
Oh my gosh.
Let's move down. I'm a little close to the speaker. The personal public address announcer is a little loud in my ear, so we're going to move down a little bit. There, I feel better already. Speaker's a little loud, but anyhow. Plate to kick off. Good chance this will go into the end zone. Kind of a line drive hook and plenty deep.
Brad, you were talking about that turnover that set up the touchdown for the Panthers. You know, Coach Canals, he always says that, and it's always important, and as you know, as a former coach and everything, that you got to win that turnover battle, don't you? And cash in on the turnovers too, right, when you do get them.
Absolutely. I mean, Panthers have gotten the ball twice on turnovers, and I think they scored both times on them.
Yes, they have.
And last year, it was phenomenal what the defense did as far as getting turnovers.
Oh,
it was
amazing.
interceptions, and
right.
particularly interceptions. This year, this secondary is really having a tough time finding itself, but I think they'll swing into shape pretty quick. Hopefully.
Yeah, well, we hope so.
There's a running passing formation with the three outs over here, and well defended. Very little gain.
Pass is complete to Austin Gabert.
Nice tackle by number 6, Shutter, Jake Shutter, right there.
Gain of 1.
Yeah, nice tackle there by
Now you're going to see the 3 wide at the top of the screen and a single one down here. Miller will come down here. He's an island upon himself. He's got some help deep over the middle. Yeah, we're having a tough time staying with that kid running across the field.
Yeah.
Part of the problem, Greg, is I think we're really allowing the quarterback to buy more time, and that puts a lot of pressure on the secondary.
Yeah, Nikolai did a nice job of buying some more time, and yeah, as you mentioned, we've had trouble staying with Austin Gebert. He's been finding those openings downfield.
3rd and a long 9. Be nice to see the Panthers get off the field defensively. They got him deep. They got him here now.
Oh,
Fumbled ball. Fumbled. Still loose.
Oh, the ball's still loose.
That will be a touchback.
Oh.
The problem is you had two Panthers running for the ball. Somebody just says, go get it. The other guy should turn around and just block anybody that's coming towards it. But you want your kids hustling, and that's the first things first.
A lot of hustle. So the Falcons end up recovering the ball, but it was in their end zone for the safety. But yeah, I think the Panthers were so anxious to get that recovery. I think they kind of bumped into each other a little bit trying to get the ball.
Yeah, they did.
But they were hustling, like you said, Brad.
Well, one of the things is, there is an art to recovering a football in an open field, and it has a lot to do with not jumping down on the ball, but coming in sideways and making yourself a comma around the ball in order to engulf it completely and get a hand on top of it. And sometimes when you're hustling, you just don't do it.
Right. Try to get it under control a little bit too, so you're not. If you're out of control, it's a little harder to recover sometimes. But Like you said, Brad, there's a lot of good hustle. You know, everybody was after the ball, and it was a mad scrum in there. But we got a safety out of it at least.
Well, 26-14, Panthers now lead by 12, and they're going to get the ball back. And I would tell you this. I'm going to go ahead and say if the Panthers have a nice drive here, use up some clock, get the ball in the end zone again, I think the sales will be a little flat for the Falcons, and they'll be thinking twice about can we do this or not.
Right.
They came in as a confident team, and they're not a bad team. They beat a very nice Kiel team coming in.
Yes, they did.
39-34, I believe it was.
39-34.
And a game that went up and down the field a lot.
Oh, yeah, that was a shootout for sure. But I think it's very crucial for the Falcons to have a good defensive stand here. They can't get down by any more, can they, Brad? I mean, they're already down scores.
That's kind of what I'm alluding to. If the Panthers get this next one, they
could really
make it very difficult.
Yep.
You got to field this ball.
That ball's live there. Get on it.
There we go. North and south. Love it. Love it. Very nicely done. You don't get any yardage going east and west. You get yardage going north and south.
Yeah.
North especially.
You don't want to be dancing around back there, do you? Head upfield. Yeah, the Panthers have great field position here, Brad, on the 46-yard line of the Falcons.
Well, if you put the ball in the end zone here, then you don't feel so bad about not covering the fumble in the end zone. You know,
it kind of makes up for that.
Because you burn clock, you get it, and you get 2 more points besides. But that's got to happen. This Falcon team will not lay down. That's for sure.
No, they won't.
They're tough kids. Come from a tough area. There's a right at you kind of play.
Brett Shutter straight ahead.
I tell you, Brett Shutter, he's got to run more tonight because I believe Troca is not 100% tonight.
No, he's not.
I see him hobbling on the sideline here.
So yeah, they're calling on
so if he's
Shutter
gonna,
a little bit more. Yep.
If he's going to play one side of the ball, he's going to play defense because they've got enough running backs that can make things happen.
Yeah, Ryan Cole and Brett Shutter, they're stepping up.
Second and 3. Shutter in the opening.
Oh.
Well, he's down inside the 25, down to about the 23-yard line. Just what the doctor ordered so far on this drive, Greg.
Yeah. Penalty marker on the field.
Oh, they had a nice hole to go through, too, on that one.
This is a side judge flag after the snap.
Kind of a late flag, wasn't it?
Well downfield, too. Illegal motion or illegal shift.
Legal shift.
And those, again, that's,
5-yard penalty.
you know, I think what happened there, and they're talking to a wide receiver, is that he didn't get set fast enough. Sometimes receivers will go out there and think they got all day to get set. The quarterback's supposed to make sure everybody gets set before making the call, but
exactly.
You can't have, you got to get out there and get set. Make your quarterback's job a lot easier. So a very good run by Shutter for not.
Nice.
2nd and 9. So this is not what the doctor ordered.
Right.
Screen this side, set up pretty well. Nice stiff arm.
Nice stiff arm there by Ryan Cole.
Ryan Cole.
Boy, those short pass and those screen pass to Cole worked very effectively tonight, haven't
And
they?
to tell you the truth, there wasn't a whole lot there, but he did a nice job of bouncing outside. He's going to
Love
gain.
the stiff arm, though.
Yeah.
He used that very well. I've been impressed with Ryan Cole tonight. He's contributed well on offense.
I think he should get the ball more often.
Yeah,
you know.
I do too. He can run, and he's a good pass catcher, too.
From 2nd and 9 to 3rd and 3. This is a call that you can go either which way, but you got to make it a safe play. You know, you want to turn it over
Yeah,
and
you want to make
get
sure you convert it here.
There's the same play that Shutter had before that ran for a decent
nice
yardage.
hole there for Shutter.
He don't go down easy either.
Yeah. No, he runs hard too.
Inside the 30, down to 29-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Panthers. 5:38
That
left in this
offensive line
third
starting
quarter.
to assert itself a little bit, Brad, this half.
Well, I
There's a
think
nice hole there, it looked like.
at halftime, your offensive coach is going to make adjustments, and the kids are going to say, hey, we're not able to trap these guys because they're slanting or whatever, and they talk to their coaches, and the coaches can make some
They do
adjustments.
more straight ahead blocking, you think? Or
Well, you might shorten the trap, or you might go more down blocking and cross blocking, but I don't think that having a repertoire. I think they're going kind of right at them a little bit. And
seems like it.
nice move by Shutter.
There goes Shutter again.
Boy, there was nothing there. And
No, there wasn't.
he fooled the penetration there.
Tries to bounce that run outside.
Well, I'll tell you, offensive lineman or offensive line coach Jordan Miller,
4 yards.
he's got enough experience playing on his own that he knows how to make the adjustments. And I'm sure he had a good talk with his
sure
offensive
does.
lineman and just said,
He sure did.
"Hey, talk to me. Tell me what you're seeing. Tell me how you feel. Tell me how you want to block
Yeah,
this."
it looks like they made some good adjustments so far.
You know, sometimes kids gain confidence when they have some input on it, and I know this coaching staff does like to talk to the kids and find out what they're thinking. Shutter again. Well, that I tell you, the holes in that line are very wide open.
Ankle tackle by Ian
Wow.
Miller.
There were some gaping holes there, Brad. They found something. You keep going until they stop it, right?
First down,
Well,
Plymouth Panthers.
I'm old-fashioned, but I'm looking at that, and you know, Shutter has not really lost any yardage. He's
Oh, my
getting, at
God.
least he's gained his 3 yards,
Oh,
and he's
please.
gaining more than that on most of his carries. I don't know if you get away from it, but Kroll can get the ball going the other way if they start keying Shutter, you know.
Oh, no.
And here we got another penalty.
Play, illegal
You got a good
procedure,
drive going, and then you set yourself back with a penalty.
A 5-yard penalty.
I'd be curious to find out who that was on, if it was a lineman or a wide receiver again, you know.
Legal procedure. Yeah, you hate to have those.
Again,
Silly
first and
penalties.
15 for us is very difficult because we don't necessarily go for big plays often. We are more like a short yardage throwing team. We run the ball for 4 or 5 yards at a time if we can. So first and 15 makes you takes you out of your
It
comfort
does.
zone,
It makes it tough on the offense.
both calling plays and all that. Fake the shutter. There's a up and over, overthrown.
Oh, just a little bit. Oh, you had him open in the corner.
Jake Shutter was out there, had a chance.
Yep.
He might, I don't know, I hope he's just cramping.
Jordan Schmidt's pass intended for
But Shutter turned around. I think if he would have just continued on the route and got back corner, that was a pretty well thrown ball. But I honestly think what really caused that to be overthrown was the wind. I really do.
It could have been a factor on that. Just,
Shutter's down, and I was worried that maybe it was a leg injury, but it's cramping, and that's no fun at
it
all.
looks like it. They're trying to loosen
With
up.
that, we'll go to an ad.
Okay. Van Horn Automotive Group understands that the way people shop cars is changing, and programs that provide added value are important. Not only do they have over 3,000 vehicles to choose from across 17 locations, but you can buy a vehicle entirely online at vanhornauto.com, and Van Horn can have it delivered. They also have value add programs such as 90-day test drive and oil changes for life, all from the only employee-owned automotive group in Wisconsin. Van Horn, family-born, employee-owned.
Still working on Shutter down there. Well, next week the Panthers will trip over to Ripon. And I don't even know what Ripon's mascot name is, or
Tigers.
Tigers? Are you 100% sure?
I'm 99.9. Is that good?
Well, that means you doubt yourself. Huh? You got to stop doing
Oh,
that,
no,
Greg.
it's
You
the
know,
Tigers.
it's the Tigers.
It's
Okay, the Ripon
It's
Tigers.
the Tigers.
And they play on a turf field as well. Same field that the Ripon
That's
College
right.
would play on.
That's right.
Second and 15, 3:45 left in this third quarter. Panthers lead 26-14, starting to show them. Get rid of the ball. That was a tough one. That was very poorly blocked by the offensive lineman. They brought heat. They brought a blitz, and if that's going to happen, you know, everybody has an assignment. There's usually one guy that doesn't have the guy man head.
Yeah.
You got to have your head up on a swivel.
Yeah, there was a breakdown there.
Big play by the Falcons, and now we have a Falcon down.
Caleb Plyer on the quarterback sack for the Falcons.
And we'll go to another ad.
Okay. Destination for innovation and inspiration for our clients, employees, and communities. In an environment where clients demand more than just traditional accounting services from their CPA, Huberty's mission is to be the most sought-after firm in our core areas of accounting, analysis, strategy, and planning. We begin by learning about your unique needs to find the perfect mix of services for the phase of life or business you're in. And then we continue to work closely with you throughout your business career and life to help you transition into the next phase as smoothly as possible. whatever phase of life or business Hubert has, a team of experts to help. HubertCPAS.com. Call us at 920-892-2423.
Well, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 26. And you go back to the illegal procedure that we had that made it 1st and 15. It took us out of all of our play calling in a lot of ways, and we ended up going right to the air, and it just
made it a lot more difficult.
The kids were having so much confidence in you that one mistake, all of a sudden you're not going with your confidence anymore. So what I think they want to do here, they want to get in field goal position. So expect something over the middle here, if you ask me.
Yeah, you want to make sure you at least get a field goal.
It's not a screen. He's going to run. He should have just ran. They will try a field goal here because the wind's at the back. I think he wanted to throw the ball. I think if he would have just got on his horse, he would have been pretty close to.
Taken off a little bit earlier. I think he would have got more yards.
4th and 21.
But definitely well within Plate's range with the wind behind him. Just a matter of accuracy.
I like that Jordan didn't try to force anything there either. That you want to make sure you get that, stay in field goal range, or move a little closer. So smart play there, not to try to force anything.
Well, this is a big field goal, and I can explain why. If get this field goal, we go up by 15 points. That's more than 2 touchdowns, which is huge.
Yeah, then they'd have to get at least a 2-point conversion on one of them. Well within his range, Brad.
You got the length. By a lot.
Oh, he nailed it. That was good from 50, I think.
Oh, that was good from 50 easily. With the wind behind him, though, you got to keep that in mind. But he made it with hardly any effort. I mean, it's so smooth. He hits it pretty sweet right there.
Yeah, he's got a nice form and just very smooth.
29-14, 2:08 left in the 3rd quarter. Panthers up by 15, like I said. That means the Falcons are down by 2 touchdowns. And with one of those touchdowns, they'd have to go for 2.
And that's just to get a tie.
And that just to get a tie, exactly.
Really
so
puts the pressure on them.
Panthers are in the driver's seat. I would have liked to see the touchdown. I would have felt much better, but hey, we'll take those 3 points as impressive 3 points they are.
They sure were. Owen plays just an outstanding kicker. If you are retiring and eligible for Medicare, turning 65, or just curious to find out if your plan is the right one for you, American Senior Benefits is there to help. Ryan Riley and Kristen Heidemann are experienced to providing personalized services to explain and guide you through the Medicare process and provide you through a free needs analysis of options available, the lowest cost for the best health care coverage. Call Ryan at 920-207-0731 or Kristen at 920-207-8037 to set up an appointment at your home or in their office. American Senior Benefits, they're here to help.
And there's another kick through the end zone. Again, 2:08 left in the 3rd quarter. Brad Valbrook along with Greg Seeley on a beautiful night of football on a beautiful facility. And I tell you, again, the companies and firms that have really stepped up here and made it happen, Sargento, Masters Gallery, Bank First, and Glacier Transit and Storage, all 4 of them just really making this happen. And the track will get done before track season, hopefully, and it is a beautiful facility. Much to be proud of.
Sure is very impressive, Brad. And I know the Panther football team and the whole Panther school district's very, very proud of and very appreciative.
Soccer team just as well. They played the other day.
That's right.
A quick hook, and we're right there. Gain of about 3.
Nikolai's pass is complete.
We'll let him have 3 yards.
Right.
Because I do believe we'll get some pressure on that quarterback now. I really see we're orchestrating this a little bit better to a point where
I was just going to say Emmett Crowder on the catch for the Falcons. Nikolai eluded a tackler there. And, we had him in the backfield there.
Well, I think we're really thinking they're going to be passing the ball. And in this case, they really did a nice job of just running that read option.
Yep.
And the quarterback saw the outside backer take the pitch option, so he turns up. But then you have to have a linebacker taking that, and you only have 1.
Right.
Because you're playing 5 defensive backs in essence.
And Nikolai, he's a good-headed quarterback, though, isn't he, Brad? Makes good decisions out there.
Nicely defended.
Oh, Andrew Miller broke that up. Excellent. Excellent play by him.
And we have a flag.
Marker on the field.
Holding on the Panthers, I believe. holding against the Panthers. And I don't know what that means as far as a mark-off. I think it might be a 10-yard penalty and an automatic first down because it is 10 yards. And indeed, that is the case. Guys on the yard markers are having a tough time listening.
It does give him a first down, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boy, he's elusive back there, Brad. I thought we had a sack on him there, Brad.
Well, he does this nice job. They had it really corralled on this side, and the outside person on that side just came inside at the wrong time.
Yep, he was able to get outside on the other.
Gain of about 3. Make him use a lot of clock, and then make him give up the ball would be great. Or just plain give up the ball. That's what I'm looking for.
There we go.
Come on, finish the tackle, gentlemen.
There we go.
Gonna be short of the first down.
Pass is complete to Caleb Clear.
Bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and about long one.
Roughed up there by
Caleb Plyer on the catch for the Falcons.
Tom Blott, among others.
He's up a 3rd and about 1.
This is a run formation for them, 88% of the time, and they're not going to get it.
Oh, it's short. It's short.
He should have lost about a half yard there, and I think he did.
Panther line.
Now that's what scouting does for you, and getting the printout of in certain formations. What did he do? And 88% of the time, according to my son, they run the ball out of that formation. So they were ready for the run.
Yeah.
And they were expecting it. Of course, it was 3rd and 1.
Well defended here.
Now I would say you're going to see something where the quarterback's going to do a little bit of a read option, have the option to either pitch, pass, or run.
Falcons are going for the first down here, 4th and 1.
And there's going to be a timeout.
And the time clock expired.
End of the third quarter. Boy, that went quick.
It did.
Okay. At the end of 3 quarters, Panthers 29, the Falcons 14 here at Warner Finke Field. 3rd quarter ends.
So we'd like to start thanking some of our, or all of our TV14 backers. Got the Paddock Club in Elkhart Lake, Miller and Bold Incorporated in Plymouth, Piggly Wiggly Grocery Store here in Plymouth, another one of our TV14 backers. Plymouth Furniture on Eastern Avenue in Plymouth. Another one of our TV14 backers is 2020 Visions with Dr. Sharon Roberts and Dr. Brad Wickland here in Plymouth. Meyer Motors, another TV14 backer. Waldo State Bank in Waldo. Four Seasons Comfort on Factory Street in Plymouth.
Well, the 3rd quarter always begins or should always ends with the student body having a little railroad deal, and they have a good time doing it. Big play here, 4th and a long one. This is a running formation for them, but they'll throw out of it 12% of the time, and it's going to be a run. Yeah, he might not have gotten it.
That's going to be close, Brad.
He did not get it, Greg.
The far official, I think, is marking it short. It's going to be awfully close. He had to get right to the 45, didn't he?
And they did not get it.
I think they're about a foot short, aren't
Their
they?
coach is out on the field like almost, it's Panther ball, no doubt.
The Panthers will take over on down.
Oh, that is huge.
Mark was not gained.
That's a huge defensive stand for the Panthers there.
Well,
Falcons really needed that one.
And before we went to the break there a little bit, I said I think they're going to come up with something where the quarterback has a chance to pitch, run, or pass.
Yes, you did.
Indeed.
Good call there.
It was the quarterback having that option, but I think he had intended to keep the ball the whole time, but really stopped. I wish I would have got the number of the kid that made the tackle.
Yeah,
it was a very short tackle.
Yeah, that was a big defensive stand for the Panthers, an excellent tackle. Panthers take over at their 46-yard line.
Oh, bounces out in the open. This is Troca. See, now,
Marco Troca.
he kind of slowed down and all that stuff, and again, that's where I think he gets his injuries is when they corral him and they twist him backwards. You got to finish going forward.
Yeah.
And if I'm coach, I'm saying he don't run for me anymore tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Brad.
We saw what Shutter was able to do.
He's kind of limping off the field.
Exactly. No use for that anymore.
They might just hold him out of the offense the rest of the night, don't you think?
They're also talking to him about finishing the run and not getting to a point where they're going to, twist you backward.
Yep.
I know they're talking about finishing the run so you don't get hurt.
Yeah, good point.
It's kind of like when linemen forget to stay with the play, they can get rolled up on. But if they're working hard, it doesn't happen as often. Uh-oh. That looked like it was pretty.
Sprints through the line.
Ames got a gain of about 5. He goes down. I think he landed on the ball. That's what I think it was. I think he's okay.
Yeah, he's getting up.
Gain of 5.
Oh, he's limping a little bit.
Yeah,
the way he was twisted down there, I was concerned. So maybe he got a little bit of a.
Yeah.
But he's coming off in his own power, putting weight on it.
Yeah, Alex showed a nice burst up the middle there to get 5 yards.
Absolutely.
It's nice that we have some pretty good depth in the backfield, don't you think? With Cole and Brett Shutter, Alex Ames.
And one thing we have to mention for the Plymouth Panthers is we have one of the best trainers in Wisconsin, without question.
Yes.
Yoshi Ono is just an outstanding trainer, outstanding young man.
Yeah, he's a big part of the program.
Going to be short of the first down.
Goes over right
Shut over right side for about 4. It'll be 3rd and 1. For me, this is what you do, and it's 4 down territory. Just keep running the clock. If you bust one, great. It's going to be a long one. They're going to mark the ball more towards the 30, I should say the 27. Panthers have to get to the 25, just short of the 25 maybe.
Yeah, I'd look for a run here, but you never know. They might try to play action.
Cole right here. Here's Cole.
There we go. Yeah, get that first down.
And off to the fullback, Ryan Cole.
Well,
of course, you never know with Gail Braun. You never know what he's going to do sometimes, though, do you?
Well, at this point, I don't think Dan Connells is going to let him call anything.
Yeah.
So. But what's really impressive about that is, again, the linemen went toe-to-toe. Sheboygan Falls knew what was coming at them.
Yeah.
And they were trying to stop him for less than a 2-yard gain, and Panthers still got 3 with Cole. That tells you we are superior as far as just got to block it.
Yeah, the offensive line had a nice surge on that.
And as I say that, we really didn't block it very well.
A host of Falcons in on that tackle.
And one thing I noticed, and this comes from my coaching days, is as soon as that goes back, and I see an offensive lineman look at the bench, and like, what was I supposed to do there, or, did we miscommunicate or whatever? Then you go, maybe that.
Think there might have been a little confusion maybe on the blocking on that?
I think so. I do think so. 9:15 in the 4th quarter. Panthers lead 29-14. I think he could have made a cut up inside, but again, well defended by the Falcons.
Yes, it was. Yep.
Ethan Verhulst.
Brett Shutter on the.
Among 3 Falcon tackles.
Lost about a yard there, it looks like.
3rd and 12.
Well, 3rd and 12. Again, we're not a real good team with 3rd and longs kind of thing, but we've caused that because we didn't block very well in 2 plays.
Now, if they do go to the air here, Brad, you got to be smart. You don't want to turn it over here. You want to get a field goal out of it.
You actually have an illegal formation, and Coach Grant is calling a timeout because they had a tackle on this side that was not covered, and I don't know if they miscommunicated, but the tight end might have been on the wrong side.
Oh, they got the timeout in time.
They got the timeout. Coach Grant and Coach, I think Coach Cutnall both saw that the formation was wrong. They caught that.
Okay.
And, you got to take the timeout, no doubt. You can't go 3rd and 18.
No. But
and you're still, you don't have to get a touchdown here. If you can maybe get 8-9 yards, you're in field goal range again for
don't try to be smart with the ball, right, Brad? Don't try to force anything, because if you can get a field goal, then you're up 18, 3 scores.
Yep, and Plate can kick it against the wind from 35 yards out. So.
Well, we'd like to thank our other TV 14 backers. Got Plymouth Glass here on East Main Street in Plymouth. PJ Campbell's at the Depot restaurant in Plymouth. Bank First National on Eastern Avenue in Plymouth. Advanced Eye Care in downtown Plymouth. Van Horn Automotive Group on Eastern Avenue in Plymouth.
3rd and 12, 8:31 left. Split backfield, fake. Oh, he's got somebody. Touchdown.
Oh!
He had not only one person, he had two he could throw to. And
Oh, George Schmidt threw a
he threw it.
threw a dart to him.
And I'll tell you,
And Miller, he made a nice catch on that too, didn't he?
well, two things happened there is that Justin Schmidt, he did a nice job of throwing the ball to the outside shoulder, but he can't do that unless Miller runs a route that gives him room on the outside shoulder.
Give him that
they
outside
both
shoulder,
did a real good job of that.
They did, very well executed. Just a beautiful pass and catch.
Next point is good. 36-14. A completely different second half. It's been all Panthers. Just don't let up. Just don't let up. And make sure it's a statement game, because this is the first game of the football conference. You know, we have a different conference for football. This is a statement game. You got two 2-0 teams coming in.
It sure is. This is a very impressive game for the Panthers so far, and yeah, this is really got to propel them strong into their next conference, or into the rest of the conference schedule.
Yeah.
Because you figure Sheboygan Falls is going to be one of the top, probably 3 or 4 teams in the conference, and
I know a lot of people said, hey, they're going to give you all you got, and you know, and they're going to give you a handful. And in the first half, they did that.
Yeah, they did.
We looked a little bit kind of in disarray and maybe not very confident, but things have changed in the second half for sure.
Yeah, it's been a whole big turnaround here. The Panthers are playing outstanding, and
a 22-point lead with 8:25 left. You know, I'm not going to call it, but I think the defense has kind of figured things out a little bit.
Yeah, they have. They made some good adjustments.
You just can't give up a big play, but we've done that. That's why you can't call it yet, because
no, you can't.
We've given up big plays.
Yeah, and they got such an explosive offense. You got to play it all the way through. Penalty flag there. It's probably going to be a block in the back or a hold.
Beyond the 40-yard line. Penalty marker on the field.
And the individual returning the ball is down. And we have a penalty marker on the field.
I can't get a number on that.
They got holding on the Panthers.
Is that right?
That's hard to imagine on a kickoff.
I just can't imagine.
Well, you know.
Now they're talking to the Panthers a little bit there. One of the referees is.
That's a really odd call. I have to say that.
I'd be very surprised if it was.
But I have to tell you that this officiating crew has had some tough times.
Yeah.
I think Steve Steinert's the main man up there, and
okay,
he's pretty good. He's a good guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know Steve.
But it's odd what's going on out here. They've
really
inadvertent
strange.
whistles, missed some calls, and now they call something that's I've never heard before.
I don't know.
They're basically saying somebody from the Plymouth Panthers blocked in the back. Well, they're not even on offense. But they're saying he pushed somebody in the back and you can't do that. Well, if the guy gets in your way and you're on defense, you have every right to. Anyhow, the call was made. I think I've said enough.
Interesting call there. Yeah.
And away we go.
We got a couple more TV backers, TV 14 backers we'd like to thank, Brad. Huber T in Plymouth, their accounting, analysis, strategy, and planning service. American Senior Benefits with Ryan Riley and Kristen Heidemann in Plymouth, downtown Plymouth.
Yeah, those are all our backers, and we just want to make mention.
This program is brought to you by the backers, our Plymouth Community TV 14 sponsor team. Proud to have the backers supporting the youth and teams in our community. Plymouth Community Television invites you to become a member of the backers. We'll spread the word about your fine business or organization. As a member of the backers, your business or organization will be supporting the continuation of quality community programming on TV 14. For more information, please contact Jenny at 920-933-3382, Scott at 920-889-1819, or the studio at 920-893-0006. Be sure to check out our website at PlymouthTV.org and also our YouTube channel. Thank you for your support.
Well, Coach Canales is trying to get an explanation. I'm sure he still doesn't like it, but it is what it is. So,
Did they call? Was it they call a hold on that, Brad, or was that
not a hold? In essence, a block in the
block
back.
in the back.
And undoubtedly, a guy running down to cover the
He's
cover.
not blocking. He's not going to be blocking anybody, you wouldn't think.
Well, somebody got in his way and he pushed him away.
Pushed him
He pushed him in the back. And I guess undoubtedly you can't do that.
Very rare call that you see on a kickoff. So the Falcons take over the 48-yard line of the Panthers with 8:17 left, and Panther defense, they can't fall asleep here. They got to keep going.
There's that long ball, and the receiver short-armed that a little bit. He saw the
You heard some footsteps.
coverage coming. Yeah.
But,
not a poorly thrown ball. That
No,
ball
it
should have
wasn't.
been caught, really, but he short-armed that as a receiver. Brings up second
Austin
and 10.
Gieber was the intended receiver on that. Yeah, you just don't want to give up those long plays, right? Those quick strikes.
Exactly.
Keep everything in front of you, Panthers.
Here comes that quarterback read, and we have not defended that well at all tonight.
We've struggled all night against
We've
that,
taken the pitch man away, but we're not getting the linebacker coverage on a quarterback.
Are we just not reading that right, or is our
Well,
or the
they
guy
might, they might be blocking it well, and we're
blocking
just not
it.
getting it. But I think we don't have as many linebackers in there because they spread the field so much. So you have one linebacker that has to try to make that play, and if you don't get out there, it's trouble. And it has been trouble for the Panthers. There's a long ball down the middle. And Kuhn was back there. One thing Kuhn did that, he's only a sophomore. One thing he did is he kind of stopped to make the play, and it went over his head. And what he's got to do, he's got to keep running with the receiver so he doesn't get behind him.
Exactly.
And they're gonna bring him off the field and talk to him about it right now. And they're gonna put I think it's Nilitz is out there in the safety position, another sophomore.
Aiden Miller was the intended receiver on that.
Here's that quarterback read again.
Boy, nobody is
Now
taking
with
the
the pitch.
quarterback. And it's not like we have a guy assigned to the quarterback that's getting blocked. We just didn't have anybody there. We're more worried about the pitch man than we are the quarterback.
Well, that time the pitch man got it, and we didn't have that covered that time. So we're disarray over on that side.
Yeah,
Nice tackle, I believe, by Nilitz. I'm not sure, but stuck his nose in there pretty well as a sophomore.
1st and 10 for the Falcons at the 25-yard line of the Panthers.
Let's put a stop on here now. Got some good pressure. There's a pick. Oh, nice play. Miller breaking on the ball.
Andrew Miller, yeah. Had a nice read on that, didn't he, Brad?
Very good. Wasn't even his man that was under. There was another man under, and he made a play on that kid.
So it was
So
a big pass breakup.
I was hoping he could make a pick, but I didn't see the other guy cutting under.
Yeah.
Nilitz will come off, and Kuhn will come on. There's two sophomores that they're just really trying to get them acclimated to the varsity level here. Good athletes. 2nd and 10. Straight drop. Oh, nice cut. You're getting outside edge.
Well, Nikolai, he's shifty though, isn't he?
He is, and I think what bothers me a little bit is, again, he makes a dip, but you force him into the middle of the field. That's where all your people are. And when you bite on that fake, you should bite it with the idea that your inside shoulder is going to make the tackle, because if he bounces, you still have your outside covered.
Try to force him to the middle, right?
Well, yeah. 1st and 10 at the 18. 7:14 left in the game, and a fumble.
Nikolai is in the backfield and fumbles.
I got to get the number of. I think that's number 20.
Look at number 20, Ian Schweitzer.
Nice job.
Big sack.
I don't know. He might have come uncovered from the outside. They finally brought a blitz.
Strip sack there for Schweitzer.
And I don't know who covered it, but it was great play. Well called. A super call defensively by Coach Canales.
Yeah. It worked out very well.
Schweitzer caused the fumble.
Oh, he really put a licking on Nikolai there, didn't he?
And now what you want to do is you want to just see if you can run the ball, run the clock.
Pound the ball.
36-14.
Yep, I look for him to pound the ball too, Brad.
You're up by 22.
Yep, keep it on the ground here and work on that clock. That was
And Falls knows that, so fumbled ball.
They got a fumble in there.
And it goes to,
Fumbled snap on the play.
Falcons are pointing their way.
well, he bobbled the snap a little bit,
Yep.
and then he tried to hand it off, and he couldn't get it to,
They have recovered. Penalty marker flies on the
and now we have a penalty.
Caleb Plyer on the cover the fumble, but we'll see if it stands.
There's going to be some unsportsmanlike here. Somebody said something that the official did not appreciate when they got off the pile. Like that's BS or something, you never know.
Yeah, you gotta watch what you say around the refs.
We're going to get the call which side it's going to go. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike against Sheboygan Falls. Now,
That should be 15 yards.
that's a dead ball. That should be a 1st and 25 if they do this correctly.
Yeah, I believe it should be, Brad. It was a dead ball.
And I'm going to make a little bit of a reach here. The kid that got on the ball for them was number 5, Plyer.
Plyer, yep.
And he's the one that got the unsportsmanlike in the first. I believe he got the first one.
It could be.
But he was in the same vicinity. He's a competitor, I'm sure.
I'm
I mean, you know, I don't know.
I don't know if he was just.
But if you're a Falls football coach, you got to say, what are you thinking? We have a chance to get back in the game again, and now you do something like
He
this.
must have just got too excited and said some of the wrong words.
No, they should not be moving these down markers. That was a dead ball foul.
Should probably be 1st and 25, shouldn't it?
Absolutely should be.
Boy, I don't know.
They probably got it right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. That's.
Either which way, got to play the game. Here we go. Dive over left side, Plyer.
Oh no, don't. Yeah.
Goes around the left end.
Yeah, we're giving up that edge so easily,
We are. We've got to.
and then he is allowed to get out of bounds,
gotta
which
force-
allows them to stop the clock.
And you made a good point earlier, Brad. You got to force that action to the inside where you have more bodies, right?
Right.
As far as
Well, you got to play that better. There's no way that guy should get out that clean.
no. Plyer on the run up the middle. Oh,
So,
they're
we're not tackling
they're
anybody right now.
gashing the Panther defense.
Breaks tackles down inside the Panther 5-yard line.
You got to hit him. You got to hit him and wrap him up.
Well, if I look at that and I go, Mr. Canales, he might not do it now, but if that continues, he might go out there and say, "Hey, we're better than this."
Oh, sure.
1st and goal. See it?
Oh,
The contained person on this side. Look at the tackling here.
Nikolai takes the
The
ball.
contained person on this side bit into the middle where he had no business biting into the middle. He had no business and allowed him to get outside. That should have gone for a loss of 2, and they got a gain of about 2.
because we had the inside. We had that plug, didn't we?
That's and this is the kind of stuff that when you go over film, kids really have to take it to heart and say, okay, I need to be more disciplined. I have to count on and trust that my other guys are doing the job, and I got to do mine and mine only.
Exactly.
And at high school level, that's hard sometimes.
2nd down and goal at the 4-yard line.
6:19 and counting. This kid's running hard, and we're not tackling.
Straight ahead into the end zone.
And that will give him a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Yeah, that was Plyer
20.
again.
36-20, Panthers lead by 16.
You just never know, do you, Brad?
Well, you put it in perspective, they get in the end zone and say, okay, we'll be down by 15 again.
Yeah, they're going to make it a two.
They're going to go 2.
two-score
They might as
game,
well. I mean, they were down by, before that, they were down by 22. So you basically, I'm going to have to get a 2-pointer somehow, some way.
Right, you might as well try
Might as well
now.
start right now. And with that much time left, don't expect them to kick the ball to you either.
Yeah, you got to
Game
look
is
for a
not over.
possible onside kick, even don't you? Or
Absolutely.
Or a pooch kick.
Well, they've been pooching all along here, but you got to bring people up and just say we're not going to give them a chance to give the ball
We'll
back.
have to get our hands team up there, huh?
Now we got to defend it okay here now. They're going to just run that option play. We were Boy, oh boy.
That was way too easy.
Well, you had one person coming to read that quarterback, and he went to the pitch, but the pitch man was already covered. It's just they're out of sync. They're just not taking care of, like I said, taking care of your job and your job only. You know, rely on the next guy, on your next play.
Do your job and be disciplined on defense.
You play it together, yeah.
Well, we still got ourselves a ball game, Brad.
Absolutely, 14-point lead now, you know. And like I said, we gave up the ball on a turnover, and they've given the balls up on turnovers. Right now we have the better of it, but we need to cover this kick, and I'm not anticipating them kicking to us. They got to get 2 scores. That score came really, really easy.
Yeah,
but that means they got to get the ball back a couple times yet.
Yeah, they only took a couple minutes at the most off the clock there.
And I really am disappointed that we feel it almost looks like we're lax, you know. And I talked about
we got that big lead. We kind of let down a little bit.
And I look at it. I go. In the beginning, I said our offense line really can wear down teams. And we can do that.
We've seen that.
But we shouldn't be getting wore down on the other end of it. But I think we're getting wore down mentally. We're not playing very smart right now.
No. Some missed assignments, some breakdowns. Now you got to be ready here.
This is defending the onside kick possibility.
And if they do that, you just got to recover the ball. Don't secure the ball here now on this return. Okay, that's fine. Just go out of bounds, right? You don't need it.
Yep. But now, I mean, if you don't get much yardage,
we don't want to go 3 and out. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Because Falcons, they got some momentum now, don't they?
Well, sure they do. I mean, they went and scored, and they got us in deep position of field position here.
They're going to be fired up on defense.
And it's hard as a play caller because you want to burn some clock, which means run the ball, but at the same time you want to make sure you have a continuous drive. You want to get
and don't set yourself back with penalties, right?
Well, that's going to be key right here.
You got to be disciplined here.
This is more of a run formation for the Panthers, and they are coming with the whole gamut. There are only 2 people deep.
Yeah,
Safeties, everybody's coming. There are 9 people coming.
They got 9 guys up there, and that makes sense, doesn't it? You know
they're going to bring stuff. They're bringing a lot of stuff. But now that tells Coach Gran, okay, let's throw a safe pass. And if they're going to bring 8 and have a safety deep.
That's the key. If you throw it, make sure it's safe, right?
It has to be safe.
Right.
So, got 2 wides. This is what Coach Gran is looking at right now. I think he's looking at a wide out, maybe making a hard slant here. He just spread the field. That's what he did. Nice block out here would make a difference.
Brett Shutter again.
I'll tell you. Everybody's going to look at this film and say, if Andrew Miller makes 1 block, Shutter goes all the way. And even Miller, before that tackle was made, hit his helmet like, why didn't I make that block? And that's the competitor that Miller is. He recognizes his own mistakes. Now, correct him is another thing, you know. Nice job. Well done spreading the field so they couldn't get too many people in the box.
Big run for Brett Shutter there to get the first down. 5:21 left in the game here. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at their 48.
Basically the same play over the other side. Shutter's trying to find a way. Oh, look at this.
Oh, look at that. Oh, he had made some nice moves there.
9-yard gain. Not a lot there, but he kind of...
It didn't look like he was going to get much. Oh,
9 yards.
Nice. Made a couple nice cuts there.
Down to about 5 minutes left in this game. Panthers lead 36-22.
I've been impressed with Shutter the way he's run the ball tonight.
Well, he'll see the field more if Troca is not good to go. You got to believe Shutter's going to be out there. He's only a sophomore, but he has spent a lot of time in the weight room, and you can tell it. He and his brother, and it makes a difference. They play stronger, and they can play longer. There's a straight dive, toe-to-toe. Look at this.
Boy, nice push.
Off to Ryan Cole, who moves the mile inside the
nice
That's a gain about...
Nice.
Down Plymouth
Boy.
Panther.
That's a gain of almost 6 yards right there just by taking it right at you.
Power football there. The offensive line came off the ball well, too, it looked like.
Well, let's give kudos to that offensive line in the second half here.
Who are those guys?
Jake Miller, Oliver Sheets, Michael Levson, Ethan Coleman, Wyatt Moore.
Yeah, kudos to the offensive line, like you said, Brad. Hold on to that ball.
Brett Sutter runs off the right end.
Did a
About
nice,
3 yards.
Brett did a nice job securing the ball there.
Well, our tight end, number 88, just took somebody for a ride down the field. He had this one kid
Timeout, Sheboygan
almost
Falls
20 yards down the field and put him on his fanny. That'd be Caleb Martle. He just got after somebody.
Good
And,
job, Caleb.
you know, do it every play, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
This time out goes to the Falcons. They're going to regroup here a little bit.
Just a couple more TV 14 backers. We got the Paddock Club in Elkhart Lake. Well, we've mentioned all the backers.
Yes, we have.
We-
Yes, we have.
We've got through all the
And, you know,
ads
it's
tonight.
not possible without them. Not too many communities our size can have live broadcasts and bring away games, home games, and have that without the sponsorship.
You got to have the sponsorship, don't you? Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, Brad, you know, to have a smaller community, be able to have a community television like we have, and to have the school events, school board meetings, football,
Everything.
games, whatever, you know.
Whatever.
And live events too.
And people can come up with ideas and say, we'd like to do something, but then you have to find the people that are going to do it, you know. You know, I grew up in Sheboygan Falls, and I love my time in Sheboygan Falls. And when I made the move here as a teacher, quite a while ago, you know, my friends in Falls said, how could you do that? I love Plymouth. I think Plymouth is one of the best communities.
I do too. I raised my family here too, as you did, and just wonderful. Oh, somebody moved early for the Panthers.
Illegal procedure.
Yeah.
That was going to be on Cole. I honestly think the snap might have been a little late. And, Cole was early. I'll just say that.
A little bit.
But again, 2nd and 8, and now you got, or 2nd and 7, and now you got 2nd and 12. That's not how the Plymouth Panthers want to play football.
Right. Yeah, you don't want those 2nd and 3rd and long.
36-22, 3:55 left in the 4th quarter. Panthers are going to win this one. I'm going to go ahead and stick my neck out here.
Okay. All right, Brad. Yeah, keep it on the ground here. They're going to be trying to strip the ball, so you got to hold on to it tight.
Yep. And that's one of the reasons you want to be in the weight room, like a lot of these kids are. They're in the off season, like to get in the weight room, get stronger, be able to hold on the ball, be able to drive block like you want to, and you know, we have a wonderful facility for weightlifting and training, and they work on speed during the summer and everything else for all sports. My son helps run the program during the summer, and they try to help all sports. You know,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't care if you're playing volleyball or if you're playing soccer.
Yeah,
you can improve by
they have-
getting not only stronger but faster and quicker.
Very true. They have an excellent weight room here, like you said. Wonderful indoor facility. A lot of the students take advantage of that. It makes a big difference.
I'd like to mention the coaching staff, of course, head coach Dan Knaus. I think we're talking before, and he's been here a while. Gail Grahn, offensive coordinator, running back and quarterback coach. He's been here, you know, when I was teaching, he was here, so that's a long time, as Dan Knaus, you know. Eric West, a wide receiver coach, young guy, enjoys it, loves doing the offensive end of the ball.
Yeah, former Panther.
Yep. Christian Balbrick, a former Falcon from Sheboygan Falls, my nephew. He's a defensive back coach. He's having a tough time with their defensive back, but he thinks he can whoop him into shape. And last year, outstanding results, and they're always teaching and coaching. Jordan Miller, offensive lineman. Like I've mentioned Jordan a couple times. He works really hard to make sure the kids are buying into what he does.
Former Panther.
Mark Balbrick, a former Panther,
Yep.
and my son. There's a seam route. I shouldn't out in that. He's going to bust it up for the first down.
Jordan
Yeah.
pass is complete.
I think that's going to be Cole again. Yep.
Brian Cole.
Brian
And-
Cole.
And that
He's
was,
got a
that
nice
was a
quiet-
good, yeah, that was, I was just going to say it's a good safe pass. You know, you're not putting, not a dangerous situation there.
Ryan Cole has had a nice, quiet game. I mean,
He has.
he's done
Running
what he
and
needed to do,
receiving.
and nobody talks about how he blocks, but he's a good blocker out of his
Yeah,
fullback position.
He's had a very good overall game.
Again, another coach, Mark Balbrick, my son, coaches the linebackers, and Kevin Butters, who's upstairs here communicating with the coaches downstairs. He's in a press box. Kevin does an excellent job with the defensive linemen. So we're very, very fortunate to have these gentlemen working with the youth of our community. Shutter's going
Red Shutter
to take it down to about 18, and when he was going down, both arms around the ball.
Yeah, that's the way to secure the ball, Brett.
Falls will take their final timeout with 3:02 left. Panthers knocking on the door here, 36-22. I don't think you're going to see anything fancy here at all.
I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if they threw the ball anymore.
Well, they're not going to throw the ball. What they'll do is they'll run it.
So.
I'll be surprised.
They should run it.
They might get to a position where they kneel down and just show some sportsmanship, but they might not either. They might just say, let's get another one in and make it decisive. Who knows?
Keep running the ball and see what happens.
36-22, 3:02 left in the fourth quarter. Brad Volbrick along with Greg Seeley on a beautiful night in Plymouth, Wisconsin. On the camera, Kurt Zolp. And in the video room, Gary Kaiser. Might be, might not be. He does it all, though, doesn't he, Kurt? He does, yeah. Gary Kaiser, so much he has done over the past and still now for Plymouth Community TV and the Plymouth School District in general.
And Brad, I'm having a great time. My first football game that I've done for Community TV. I've done some basketball games for them, but it's been a real pleasure tonight working with you.
Well, I appreciate that, Greg. It's been very enjoyable. I know it's your first time around, and many more to come, I'm sure.
I look forward to doing some more in the future.
I think you have a couple scheduled this year yet, don't you?
I might have one more. We'll see if
I
Scott
think I have one more
fills
too.
me in somewhere. Yeah, it's been a real pleasure working with you tonight. And
Appreciate that, as well here.
thank you, Brad.
That was one where Jordan Schmidt needed to stay in the pocket.
Yeah.
And we said I'd be surprised, and he really should not pass, and then they go ahead and they're trying to catch him off balance.
I was a little surprised they were, but at least they didn't throw it up for grabs or something, you know.
Maybe they want to go for the jugular. I don't know. Well, last time we had this, though, we had third and a whole bunch. We still scored. We got that nice long route by.
So what do you call here, Brad? You know, being a former coach like you are and following football like you have over there.
I think I'm going to run the clock all the way down.
I would think they run the ball.
You look at the back judge, he's got his hand up. That's a 10-second rule, and now here's a count the last 5 seconds. 2, 3, timeout right there.
Yeah, you might as well run off as much clock as you can.
Just enough time. Coach Canales knows how that works and took as much time because you don't have a play clock here, so you got to watch your back judge, and that's how you do that.
Good point.
So Panthers will take that time. And again, the Panthers will travel to Ripon next Friday. Not sure how good Ripon is. I mean, every team is different every year. That's what's great about high school athletics.
Right.
Other teams in the conference are going to be Kewaskum, I believe, is still in the conference. Port
Washington is supposed to have a pretty good team this year. Ripon, I think, is still kind of rebuilding, but we'll see. Can't look past anybody, though, can you, Brad? You got to take one game at a time. You don't want to peek ahead at the schedule, do you?
No. The old adage, one game at a time, is very true with high school football.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you'll go into a game and just say, wow, okay, let's look at the next week and get prepared, maybe look at a little more film on a real tough opponent if you feel like you got this other opponent by, you got him.
Yeah.
You can see that it's not going to be an issue, but you don't get that very often.
No, you don't. Well, let's see what the Panthers do here at 3rd and 13.
Third and a bunch. There's a fly. Picked off.
Oh.
He underthrew that one. He needed to get it a little bit farther down, and he needed to get that to the outside a little bit more again. So as good as he threw that last one that scored, that one was a little underthrown.
Yeah, underthrew it. And
Shutter did a nice job of coming to this side of the formation, picking up a blitz off of this side. It really doesn't make a big difference.
at least they weren't able to return it. You know, you hate to have, you don't want an interception where they run it all the way back. You know, or
well, Sheboygan Falls has no timeouts left, so it's a matter of just keeping him in the middle of the field.
Yep.
If you're a defensive back, you want to take the outs away, make him run up the field, but not give him big ones. Nobody gets behind you. The two safeties should be back in their rear ends up right away.
See if we can get some pressure on
Get
Nikolai.
4-man rush on there, and if he scrambles, you want to keep him in the middle of the field, so he's got to take a right there. That's an excellent play. Inside linebacker number 35, Mason Meyer. I believe Mason Meyer was there. Been playing a lot more in the second half because of Troca's injury.
Austin Giebert on the catch for no yardage.
Pass is complete to Austin Giebert. 1 yard gain.
I'm trying to get numbers here, but
Boy, Our defense has really buckled down this second half, haven't they, Brad? For the
It
most
have.
part.
It's better. That last touchdown Falls got, I was really disappointed in the defense. It just they looked flat and a little bit out, not a little bit out of sync.
Other than
out
that,
of
though, I
sync.
think they played pretty solid, don't you think, most of the second half?
Second half,
compared
yes.
to the first half, yeah.
It was improvement, and I knew they would have an improvement because this coaching staff works real hard.
Yes, they do.
To answer the questions the kids have and to come up with a plan that the kids can buy into in the second half, and it's a good situation, you know.
Yeah, I totally agree, Brad. They do an excellent
And I don't know
job.
if you noticed this field, how it's like a dark path from the 50, 5 yards both ways, and it's lighter and it's darker every 10 yards.
Oh, yeah.
That was an option that they chose, and the coaching staff got together and they looked at it and they said, this will be much cooler. It gives it a mode kind of look, like you mowed one way for 10 yards.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So it gives it a little more life.
Just to make it look a little different.
And
I like that look.
Another thing is the emblem in the middle of the field. This company has done a lot of fields in Wisconsin. That's the largest emblem in the middle of any field that they've ever made.
Is it really?
Yep, in
Yeah, it's
Wisconsin for
huge.
sure. And
Oh,
it helps because, you know, in high school, the bleachers are so low, it's hard. We got the ringside view of this, but it helps people down in the bleachers to see more of the Plymouth Panther P and Paul.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, I can see that.
And a little bit better turnout tonight than last week, but the fair is going on. That has something to do with it. Sheboygan Falls with a pretty decent turnout.
Oh, yeah.
Kids are not even in school yet, and they're here, which we love to see them.
Sophomore lineman Jackson Reynolds for the Falcons being helped off the field with some, hopefully it's nothing serious.
Well, he's putting weight on it, but not all his weight.
A little gimpy there.
Could be an ankle the way it
But,
looks.
You know, I think the Falcons, they've played hard tonight. I think both teams have, don't you think, Brad?
Oh, you never are going to expect the Falcons to lay down. They just play. There's a quick out.
They're going to keep fighting to the end.
Pass is complete to Reed Federer.
But that's a situation where he was running an out, and that kid could have gone out of bounds, and he didn't.
Tackles him, not after a first down, Sheboygan Falls.
Clock starts up again. 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Panthers leading 36-22. Got a little bit of a rush here. Oh, I tell you, I don't know how he got out of there. He's still dancing around. We're not tackling right now, Greg.
No, we're not. We should have had him
Tacklers
several yards back.
stepping his way through the line.
But he's quick and elusive, though. But yeah, we've had some missed tackles on him.
You got to wrap up, and he's hard to wrap up. But you got.
Yeah, they're gonna look. They're
You
gonna
can't
work on
grab. You got to wrap.
They're gonna work on that tackling, I'm sure.
Oh, there's a hole in there. I don't know how they missed that.
Nikolai Panther.
Excuse me.
For Austin Gebert.
Incomplete.
Tell you,
pass.
number 60, I believe, for the Panthers.
Third and 3.
Jackson Pickard, I think. He blew by his guy, and as he went by, the guy just grabbed him by the arm, and he looked at the official right after the ball was thrown, and he didn't whine or nothing, but it was obvious. 1:05 left in the game here. Incomplete over the middle.
Nikolai's pass intended.
Bring
for
up fourth
Ethan
and
Miller.
a long two.
4th and 3 from the Falcon 36-yard line.
And here you got to kind of play the idea that they're going to run the ball. Well, they got stacked trips on the top. That's usually a bunch and a rub off over there, so he'll throw it. No, he's going to option his way. And this time the Panthers have defended it. That was the best they have defended.
That's the way to defend it. They had the quarterback cover and they covered the pitch man.
When they took the pitch man away from him right away, and then they had two people to take the quarterback down.
Yeah.
Quarterback is still down.
Will fall short of the first down. The Panthers
Yeah,
will take over.
they
on
executed
downs.
the defense on that play very well.
Falcon
So he's down, and he went down with a little bit of a twist, I believe. I hate to see that.
Plymouth Panthers.
They're not working on well, maybe they are working on a cramp. They're working on a cramp.
Is that Plyer the running back? Or
I know.
Number
I
five,
think
I can't tell.
No, I think that's the quarterback, isn't it? No, that's not the quarterback. That's Plyer.
I think it's Plyer, yeah.
Yeah.
But they defended that very well, didn't
They
they?
did.
The Panther defense. And they've kind of struggled with that tonight.
And the Panthers in this situation will take a knee,
I would think so.
and once it gets under 40 seconds, they'll take a snap, and then they don't have to snap the ball again. So the Panthers will take a victory, 36-22. I have to say, the Panthers didn't play sloppy, and a couple times defensively, they looked like in disarray. They were the better team tonight, and this score is actually closer than what I think the game really showed. But 36-22 against an undefeated team that has beat Kiel, which is a pretty nice team, and they beat Brown Deer, who's really struggling this year. But
yeah, they beat a good Kiel team, like you said.
Anytime you go 3-0 at beginning of the year, you got to be happy because it's better than 2-1 or 1-2 or 0-3. Right. You can quote me on that one.
Okay, no, this is a great start to the season for the Panthers, and but as you know, being a former coach, you don't rest on your laurels either, do you? There's room for improvement, and as you go forward.
This year for sure, there's a room for improvement. We're seeing I think they're seeing a lot of mental mistakes and a lot of
But I think the coaching staff, they'll get those cleaned up, don't you think?
Yeah. The one thing you want to have your kids keep doing, though, is giving you the best effort they've got. And I think they get that for the most part out of these kids.
So, I think both teams have played pretty hard
But
tonight.
if you do give your best, then you got to give your best in a smart way and take on the coaching, and the kids have to take it to heart that, they can make it happen if they stay within themselves.
Right.
And again, they will deal. I don't know if we're okay. Now we're in play, and there we go.
Jordan Schmidt takes a knee.
Now what they'll do is once it gets under 40 seconds, they can take another knee and they can just let the clock run.
Exactly.
So 40 seconds and counting. They'll take a snap right here. Take a knee, and the game is over. That'll do it. Plymouth Panthers will win tonight by the score of 36-22 over the Sheboygan Falls Falcons. Congratulations to Coach Knaus and his staff. Greg, it's been great. Good night for us.
Real
Beautiful
pleasure
night
working
out.
with you. Yeah,
Thanks, Craig Zope and Gary Kaiser.
Great night for football.
We'll see you next time on Plymouth Panther football. Good night.
Your Plymouth Panthers 36. The Sheboygan Falls Falcons 22.